What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your funky Uncle Drew. That's right. And guess what? Tonight. Oh, let me take this thing here off. I'm not on the clock anymore. Ah, tonight. Funky Uncles. First time in 2024. And the co-founder of the Funky Uncles will be back with us tonight. Yeah, a lot of times it's a lot of scheduling with work and we get a little caught up. But to bring, we made a vow to bring back the funky uncles that you just want to see and listen to. The funky uncles is going to tell you what the deal is. So, and here we go with the co-founder, Big G. What's good?
What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Chilling, chilling. What's been good with you this year? How's your year started out?
Man, it's here. I thank God to see another
Yeah,
one. You know,
yeah. More opportunities, man, to do something special.
for real, man. How's it been going with you, man?
Everything is good. Everything is good. With this storm and all, spending a little more time here at the hotel than originally thought I would at this time. What's going on, Ray Ray? Ray Ray in the house.
What's up, Ray?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
even
man.
started
That's
writing
what it
down
is.
some things here and there. I said, you know what? We gonna do this thing this year. We get
Yeah,
everything
man.
back
Yeah.
together. We gonna try to find a schedule. And I saw Cuomo. I talked to Cuomo the other day, and he was talking. He showed me like some equipment that he had, and
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I got some ideas, man. Got some ideas.
Yeah,
We're gonna turn this thing up to another level this year.
absolutely, man. Because I'm working on, looking to get a MacBook and a webcam, man.
Right.
So yeah, and try to get some production value going, man. You know.
Right.
Along with everything else. It's a slow process, but we gonna, like you said before, man, we gonna build this plane while we flying it, man. You know.
That's it. That's it. I'm trying to look for this
So
that I had, and I wrote some things down, and I'm like, dang, where are they? I don't remember where I put them, really.
mhm.
know how that goes.
Yeah, I know how that go, man. But I wanted to get your thoughts on, we coming up on an election year,
Right.
right? And as you know, we as a community, when I say we, the so-called black community, we vote
Hmm.
Democratic, the
Right.
Democrat Party. Do you think, what are your thoughts on us still continuing to do that? Knowing the landscape of politics, we know how things are now in the age of
Right.
information. Do you think it's still, do you think it's still viable for us to continue to do that, man? Honestly,
I
man.
mean, honestly, like we said before, I don't think there should be a party affiliation. I
Okay,
think,
there shouldn't be, but now that we here,
yeah,
which,
it's time if you're gonna vote for the
mm-hmm,
person that has your views, because
mm-hmm,
way, either way, we're getting screwed. It's just, you know, who if you can get one thing done, it's better than getting nothing done. What's going on, Cuzzo?
right.
So, I'm not into the political realm like that because I'm still waiting for something for us to get done. And until somebody's going to show me that they're going to do something for us, specifically for us, like they did
Right.
things specifically for other groups, there's no
Mm-hmm,
need for me to
mm-hmm.
even follow it up. And with the constant, association with one group and the constant support of one group, just because, of course, it's on both sides. There's some people that are just going to vote right down the pipe,
Right.
and that's just
They,
because,
they, they vote
yeah,
blind. A lot of people vote blind, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
on all. I mean, it's not just us. It's on the other side too. And I had some conversations with some people that I work with that showed
Mm-hmm.
me, oh, I was a Republican, but when you get down to it and you ask a lot of these people, well, what have they done?
Right.
And they can't give you an answer. And some of the answers that they do give you are ridiculous. I mean, it's just something that they made up. Like they're living in Orlando at Disney World.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but you're right, man. Because hey, I say this is my thoughts, man. We going into election year. We know the facts. We see how things are.
Right.
I think as black people, we should just sit this one out, man. We should just sit this one out, see how it go. Let them have this one, and see how us not voting affects the whole landscape of things.
Right.
You know, until we get some tangibles, reparations, bills in our name against crime, bills in our name when we get shot in the streets, and that's the only,
yeah.
You know. So until we get what we want, man, we hold our vote, bro.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's what I think we should.
I mean,
do.
we already. I mean, what they do is they cater to us when they're on the campaign trail, and they say, "Oh, we're going to do this, that, and the third." But once they're in,
they forget about all
right.
that, bro.
We don't hear from them. We don't see them unless on TV. But
they come all in the churches and whatnot,
right.
man. Man, we got to stop all that, bro.
Yeah, they want to be.
You got to stop all that.
Come over here and sit down and eat with me. You know, we
can't keep falling for the okie doke, bro.
And it's been going on too long, man. You got to break the cycle. It's another one of the cycles that have to be broken.
Yeah, you got to. You got it, man. That's the only way you're gonna see change, man. To break some of these man-made traditions.
Man, listen.
You know.
Keith said he'll check it out. He said he's been sick. Shout out to Keith, the creator of the logo. Hope you feel better
what up,
soon,
Keith?
Bro. So we see Kwamo up in here. We see my man Sincere up in here. Sincere, somebody that he has live.
Kwamo, Sincere.
He has live often, and we see Prime up in here. Sincere has lives often, and he has some stimulating conversation in there a lot of time, you know. And so if you're on and follow him, check him out sometime, because some of those conversations get live, and sometimes I just sit in the back. I'm like, yo, these people are violent.
Kwamo say it's too much at stake to lose if we sit out. What are we
gaining if we? I mean, what are we gaining if we go in?
Right. What are we losing if we sit out?
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about us.
They just find another group to support. Any group that pops up.
It ain't never been about us, though, man. Think about it.
And it won't be until we get our own in office. And when I say our own, I don't mean those that just look like us, because all skin folk and kinfolk. We need people
and what I'm saying is, look how long we've been voting and marching, and look where we at. Look how long we've been going to church and thanking Jesus, and look where we at. Come on, man. We got to wake up, bro.
It's crazy that other groups have gotten their own bills, and it took less time than it took us. I mean, you can see that the political agenda is not focused on us to benefit, and it never has been.
Not at all.
Even the things that are supposedly for us, there are undertones written in there where it really takes away what it's given, or it's including someone else, so that when it comes down to it, when it all boils down to everything, they can say, oh, well, this group here, we'll focus on this group because they are actually included.
The black and brown, the minorities, the black and LGBT, it's always got to be some, it's always got to be a compound, another entity, I'm like, man, you got to check the wordplay.
Right.
You got to check the wordplay.
It goes back to that supposed Emancipation Proclamation, They take you out of slavery unless you are in jail, and then they turn right around and started putting you in jail for everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't have anywhere to live. Of course they don't have anywhere to live. You're in jail. Oh, you can't read. Go to jail. Vegas, whatever it is, go to jail. And those were those Jim Crow laws that once they send you back to jail, now they have the right to put you back in bondage, legally
Mm.
put you right back
Imagine that.
in bondage. So that's how the
Imagine.
railroads and all that, especially in the South, that's how a lot of that was built. Because, okay, well, you can't do X, Y, Z. It's against the law. And with people who can't read, they can't read the laws. How do they know?
No.
And that's how a lot of them lost their land as well. They don't know the laws. Oh, you say the taxes are this, I don't have it.
They don't know the laws and raise the taxes on them. So they don't know the laws and they don't have the money to pay the taxes.
And can't count, really.
Yeah.
Some of them can't count.
But yet you're told to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, though.
Right. And meanwhile, they give you sandals.
Imagine that.
Tell you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and you got on sandals.
House shoes, nigga.
Not the karate joints like Bruce Lee. What's up? Oh man.
For real, man.
So here's a little something that I've been wanting to chop it up about, and if anybody wants to join and we can talk about this. I'm happy to see that we're talking about mental health nowadays for men.
Right. Because
for so long we've been told you got to hold it in, you got to, you got to wear that. You're strong, you can wear that, and so when we get high blood pressure, heart attacks at 45, 50, and it's getting earlier and earlier with the foods that we eat earlier and earlier now. So as we talk about mental health, what can we expound on when it comes to mental discipline? Because that really touches on the mental health in an inner strength role.
You mean in regards as far as like when you say repeat the question one more time, man, because I heard.
I want to talk. I'm going to talk about mental discipline, because we talk about mental health, but what about the mental discipline that it takes to do what we want to do what needs to be done? Like when I always hear you say that we need to stand on our square, but in order to stand on our square, it's going to take mental discipline, and in order for us to lead, it's going to take mental discipline. But mental discipline is really what one thing that we fail to do often, because we have those weapons of mass distraction all around.
Yeah, and I think it just basically boils down to, the individual. You got to discipline yourself to stay focused, on the task at hand. Say you're trying to open a business or start your own business. You can't get distracted by it's going to be outside distractions or things come up, but you got to hold the line, man. And that I think that just takes practice, man. If you've been through things in life and it kind of, made you callous to a lot of situations in life. Not that you don't care, just help you deal with things better. So I think it comes down to an individual thing. How well can you handle pressure? How well, at this stage in life, man, you should. I heard this once. Life is simple, but it's not easy.
Okay.
Right. Life is simple, but it's not easy. There's things gonna come up. You're gonna have to deal with trials and tribulations. So that inner strength, man. And I say you got to lean on the Most High, man. Especially as men, especially black men.
So
we got to find our source.
What are some of the things that you like if we have younger viewers that are coming up and they are where we used to be, what are some of the things that you had to go through, some of the things you had to endure, and what you found was best to get through?
What I had to endure.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we had fun, there were challenges. And
there were growing pains, definitely. Yeah.
And I would say mine was the discipline early on to do what I had to do over doing what I wanted to do, because once
Mm-hmm.
I got out of the house, the freedom. Who said
Mm-hmm.
Z said I'm hiding in the elevator. You so silly. But it was the freedom that I had once, being that I went to a boarding school. we
Uh-huh.
had that we had a schedule that started 5:30 in the morning. You understand that?
Man, that's like the
Once,
military, bro.
right. So I did that for 4 years, from 5:30 in the morning till lights out at 10. It was pretty much a repetitive schedule over and over and over. Now, once I
Mm-hmm.
got out of the school, and it was like, man, I don't have to get up. I don't have to clean the room before I leave now. I can just leave. And
Mm-hmm.
the freedoms that I obtained, and it just took over. So the mental
Mm-hmm.
discipline was the hardest thing that I fought with, even when I was in college. It's like, go to class, especially
Right,
an eight,
right.
8 o'clock class.
That's
And I,
self-motivation. Yeah.
right, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know
if
what
I
you
can if
mean.
I can go to the lab, like my science classes, if I can go to the lab and I can still pull off a B on the test, good. I mean, I didn't shoot
Man,
for the excellence.
you one of those dudes that never had to study and still make an A. I could, man, I envy you dudes like that, man.
This,
Me, I had to get in the book, bro, and I had to take notes to get this shit. I got it, but I said that was my method that worked for me, man. You
right,
smart, bro. You gonna get that shit, man.
man. It's some, but
Hell yeah.
some professors didn't play that though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
College
that,
is different, bro. Yeah.
right. That's what got me, because if I had 5 classes for the week, and I had 3 professors, I can get away. But I had two. I'm working that 3 beats 2. I'm still good. and,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and see,
Mm-hmm.
so if I had the mental discipline now to do what was supposed to be done. And that's the whole
Right.
thing. Doing the right thing is not always the easy thing, and when it depends on the situation of who you have around you. Of course, I
Mm-hmm.
had people at home that was like, yeah, you need to. I had an aunt that was like, unless you sick, I mean, like on your deathbed, you need to be in class. And I'm like, I just partied till 3 or 4 in the morning. I can't make
That's why your ass couldn't get up and go to class. You hung open,
it.
nigga.
Right.
Who's that?
That's
Zuru
Z.
Zurama? Hey, Z. What's up, Z?
Yes,
Yeah, we
we had
back.
her up,
We,
but
we
I guess
back.
her signal was bad. But yeah, but
Mhm.
that was my mental discipline in my 20s. It was
Right.
even went as far as getting to work on time. My first job in Atlanta, 7 minutes away from the house. I couldn't get there on time.
Damn. You just a lazy ass. Fuck out of here. You lazy, dude. Nah, but I feel you know what helped me though? You know what helped me kind of deal
What?
with that? I always had a knack for kind of getting up early, but when I
Mhm.
went in the military, bro, when I went in the army,
Yeah.
I had no choice, bro. So that kind of trained me in a way that it just kind of stuck with me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I do feel you know because if it wasn't for that, man, ain't no telling.
I, I
Ain't no
I
telling.
would say
So.
once you get those good habits, you work on keeping them, because you went to the military. I did it even before you went to the military, and
Hmm.
and I did it in high school, and I
Hmm.
still got. I mean, for the first month, my body would automatically wake me up somewhere between 5:30 to 5:40 every morning. I'm waking up like this. Oh, I don't have to do any chores. Let me lay back down. Is there some juice around here somewhere? And
You
going
you
back to sleep.
you was so free. You was fool. You didn't know
Right.
what to do.
Kwame told me I couldn't stay out of the burning sand. Oh
Damn.
man, the burning sand was a strip club in Atlanta. That
Really.
once I moved to Atlanta, we used to be at that mug all the time. That's another discipline. I mean, it was, how they say, once you have a tied up dog and you let them loose and they run wild.
Yes,
And there was
sir.
the only
Yes,
thing
sir.
that corralled me, or the one thing that corralled me eventually, was my daughter.
Yeah, that'll slow you
Yeah,
down for sure.
yeah,
That'll make you think about some things right there.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nadell, you better believe. And it shouldn't take for a younger person to have a child to slow them down. But that's why I'm saying there has to be other things that we focus on the good, we focus on the K. If you have someone around you that tells you, oh, if you up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, you can get X, Y, Z done so that
Hmm.
the rest of your day can run a lot smoother. But we have to have people around us that really tell us what to do. So you got to have somebody there.
Well, it helps. It helps because self motivation is hard. Let's face it.
Right,
If if you're relying on yourself to work out 3 to 5 days a week, you're gonna have to push yourself,
right.
man. But if you got somebody with you, like-minded, and got the same goals in mind, that does make it a lot easier, bro. It does, man.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
so so you're saying that like-minded people or entrust yourself into someone who you know will keep you on point.
That'll help,
Yeah,
but most of the motivation gotta come from you.
yeah.
I mean, you gotta dig deep and you know search yourself, ask yourself questions. I do all the time. The toughest battle I got now, man, is between my old self and my new self.
Constantly.
It ain't got constantly, bro, constantly. So it's a journey, man. A lot of days I don't want to wake up and I got to be to work 4:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times I don't want to do it, but I got to
Right.
stay motivated, man. I got to keep my eyes on the prize, on the bigger picture. So, you know, and that's gonna take me sacrificing now to enjoy it later. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
and I get it.
it's a
With
give and
me
take.
with me working two different shifts, it's
Hmm.
crazy because sometimes, like today, I was supposed to be in at 10, but my body hasn't really hasn't gotten to the point where it can automatically shift every week. So I can get here. I didn't get it till 11, a little bit after 11, and people are like, "Oh,
Hmm.
dang,
Hmm.
you didn't get till 11." I'm like, "Yeah, but for the past 3 or 4 nights, I haven't been going to sleep till the past 2 nights I've been going to sleep 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning
Wow.
because I'm
Yeah,
sleeping
your
all
body
day."
clock off. Yeah,
Right.
your body clock is off. Yeah.
I get off at 7 in the morning. Well, 7:30 because that's still never on time. But I get off at 7:30. I do whatever I need to do around town. I go home and I might go to sleep about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I
Hmm.
might get 7 hours of sleep. So if you go from 10 and you put in 7 hours, that's 5 o'clock in the afternoon before you wake up. So
Yeah.
so what are you gonna be doing all night?
Everybody else winding down, you winding up.
Right, and I'm sitting there like this right there, and that's why I be on these lives in the middle of the night, like, what you doing up? If I'm not at
Bro,
work,
I
I'm still
noticed that. I'm like, damn, Flex was on the live 3 o'clock this morning.
right.
It's like, yeah, way to put in the work though, bro.
Yeah, but
Way to put
it
in the work, man. I
it's good
mean,
when
that's
I'm at work. That Monday and Tuesday that I'm at work, that's cool. But that Wednesday and Thursday, and I'm still sitting there like this.
yeah. That's just that's just what you own,
Right.
man. But hey, man, I wanted to ask you a thought. I know you saw these clips of Cameron and him, explaining the difference between African American and Black American, and he'd like to be referred to as a Black American.
I
What are your thoughts on that,
I
man?
haven't seen that, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I can just thinking about the two terms. I'm trying to differentiate the two, and I can kind of understand where they're coming from, whether I
Hmm.
agree or not. I can understand,
Hmm.
one is saying Black American is saying, look, I was born here,
Right.
so
Right.
why are you linking me to somewhere? Because actually, no other culture really is doing that except for us.
Hmm.
You know.
Absolutely.
You're not saying Chinese. You really don't say Chinese American, especially after they've had about 2 generations, 1 or 2 generations born in this country. They might say they
Hmm.
part Chinese or they part Korean or they part whatever, but for the most part they consider themselves American.
Right.
They just happen to have whatever background, but they don't.
Yeah. I'm with you. I agree with Cam. because we I mean I didn't have no family. I don't know of no family coming over here from over there. You know, all my family from right
Right.
here. You know what I'm
He
saying?
said Asian American. Yeah, I mean, but some at one point they don't even they'll say I have Asian descent, but they'll
Right.
say I'm American because of whatever their predecessors went through. They said they
Or
may have
they could
come.
be first generation American. I mean,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I've heard that before.
Right.
But I've heard people say Asian American or Asian Pacific
But who
American.
says
They
that
say
though? You
Or
got to think about
Pacific
they
this.
say
Islander.
it. They
I've heard
say it.
Pacific Islander. I've heard that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll say it. They'll
Hmm.
call themselves Asian American or Asian Pacific American. I've
Oh
heard
yeah,
them
they know
call
what
them
they
say
are.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know what they are now.
But that's because that's what
Hmm.
you'll have on these job applications and stuff that goes to the census.
They
Yeah.
call it
Yeah,
demographics, but
the
that's that
different
be. I
demographic.
always put other. I always put other.
That's what I started doing.
I never took a census, man. They don't ever come by the house. So I'm like,
Well, they sickening as hell. You lucky.
oh, shit. Man, I'm waiting for one of them Jehovah Witnesses to come by the house with that Bible talk. That's what I'm waiting
They ain't coming out no more because they learned from they ain't coming by no more. I used to have my dogs waiting on
on. Think
them.
so? Mm.
I ran a couple of
Uh-uh.
them off. Just asking simple questions. I ran a couple of them off.
What questions you asked,
I mean,
What were you asking?
it was like, okay, well, the Bible says X, Y, Z, but you're taking out an excerpt right here. Now, if hold up, where you going? If you read the entire chapter,
Right.
hold up, where you going? I'm not done yet. Hold up, I want to talk about this.
They saying
Yeah,
I
with the
come in for a donation. I ain't come here for all this.
the Bible tell you the wicked flee when nobody pursuing. So if
Right.
he leaving on his own, that's a wicked motherfucker.
But you know what I tell them? I said, well, how about this? Ask you if you won't take it from me, ask your pastor to break it down for you, but ask him to break down the entire chapter. Not just this verse, the entire
Right.
chapter. Because unfortunately, in most people who are highly religious, they will only listen to people of the cloth, as if no one else has the ability to interpret the
Right.
word. You know,
Speaking of the cloth, your boy
Oh
TD
Lord.
Snakes. I mean, nah, don't hold on, Z. I know that's your boy. You listen to him. That's why I brought him up.
I thought
What you
I
think?
thought Josh would have brought him up, but okay, go ahead.
What you think about your boy TD Snakes? I mean TD Jakes, man.
I ain't
You think he guilty, man?
surprised.
What do you
I
think
mean,
about your preacher, Z? That's your
I
preacher.
mean,
What do you think about your preacher?
he was friends. He was friends. He was really good friends with Eddie Long, so I really wasn't surprised.
Not Eddie Longstreet.
Yeah.
Bishop Eddie
I'm gonna let
Longstreet.
God deal with them folks because
That's your preacher, though, Z.
my preacher. I don't pay no tithes to that church. He never touched me.
Boy,
I mean, on the head as
them
far
church
as
folks don't want to talk now.
you said what?
Some of them church folks don't want to. They don't like you talking about TD
It
Jakes.
don't matter. My thing is he's still gonna be dealt with accordingly. I mean, that was only January 12th. What do you think will happen for the rest of the year? Because we're gonna be laughing a lot this year.
Okay.
A lot. A lot.
Okay.
Cat Williams done started it off.
Right. The year started off with a bang, and ooh-wee. And you know, there's a lot of clapbacks and everything, but I will say that I just heard Kevin Hart's response. I mean, I was just listening to it probably about an hour ago.
Which one?
And he was, huh?
Which response?
The one on with Charlemagne.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
I gotta go on YouTube.
Kevin
and look
Hart
that one.
is not funny, man.
I think Kevin Hart is funny.
That's cool dude, but he's not funny.
I think his stand-up is funny. I think his
some part
stand-ups are funny. I don't think his movie quality is funny because he do run out, but I think his stand-ups are really funny.
Certain parts of his stand-up, he hit a good one every now and then. He does. I give him that.
I think he's.
But other than that, he's funny.
That's how I feel about Mike Epps. Mike Epps is not funny.
What?
Right.
That dude is not funny. I'm
Mike
sorry.
Epps is
Oh,
not funny. Are you
hold
Not
on,
on
serious?
hold
stand
on.
up in the movie.
You question me with Mike Epps, but you don't think Kevin Hart is funny?
Nah, Kevin's not funny.
Man,
I think both
Mike
of them
Epps
are
is
funny in
funnier
the
than
I'm
movies, but not
disappointed.
stand.
Now I'm disappointed.
why?
You think Mike Epps is funny, but not Kevin Hart?
He's funnier than Kevin Hart.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, no, no. I
And now
mean,
my boy, my all time favorite dude is Corey Holcomb, man. That's my comedian right
now
there,
my
man. Corey
all-time
Holcomb, my
favorite is
guy.
Paul Mooney. I'm sorry. No,
Paul old school too, boy.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. They ain't come Dave.
He used to write for Richard
He did.
Pryor
Yep.
He used to write for Richard
and Red
Pryor,
Fox.
Red Fox,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Dave Chappelle. But
Yeah.
Paul
That's why I
Mooney was
like when
funny.
Dave brought him back. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dave and Chris, when they had shows, they brought back some of the older cats. You know, it's like paying homage to them. Like when Everybody Hates Chris. Look, you had Willis, you had Huggy Bear.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And he had all
yeah.
those people on there. Like, look, I grew up watching you. I
Right,
gotta get, you know what I'm saying, pay my homage to you and give you an opportunity to make some more money.
right.
And Dave Chappelle, I don't know if you remember the white guy who was doing who introduced a lot of things. What was he on before? He was on something crazy. He was on Greatest American Hero. The white
Mm-mm.
guy with the dark hair and the
I didn't
glasses.
watch. I didn't see it. I haven't seen
I
it.
didn't see that either.
He was on a couple episodes, but he was actually on the Greatest American Hero.
He was on
No,
a couple
okay.
episodes of Everybody Hates Chris.
No, he was on the Dave Chappelle show.
What he was on? He was on a few skits.
Yeah, he was like introducing skits and stuff. I had to.
Oh, the one with the glasses with the yeah.
He played Carlisle on the Greatest American Hero.
Yeah, I like it. I like him.
Yeah.
You can tell. Yeah. He would just say it with a straight face.
Right.
You know he wanted to laugh.
Right.
So I just wonder how many times they had to rehearse. You can tell he really wanted to laugh. Yeah.
Now, a lot of what Cat Williams is saying, when you look around, and he was talking about the gatekeepers and how things come up. You know, of course, the people who are benefiting are going to deny it. Of course. But I mean, some of the things he said might sound a little outlandish. You read 3,000 books in a year. How long were the books?
Yeah, that he was lying right there.
No, see,
he was lying right there.
And the books were picture books. I don't know why people don't understand that. Some of those books were picture books.
But all that stuff he was saying about Hollywood and how we get down,
right.
And I heard that back in the 90s, bro.
That's
right. But you know, but the thing is, these comedians are not saying he lying. They're just disappointed in him.
Right.
Right. They're just emotional, what he said.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
The truth get people stirred up like that.
But I wouldn't respond. I wouldn't respond.
I think that's why Kevin Hart was kind of had his underwear in a bunch, because like he said, who comes into Hollywood and automatically is on like that?
Right.
I mean,
in
everybody
a year.
pays their Everybody really pays their dues. Everybody really pays their dues. They play them clubs for years and years and years, and all of a sudden in a year now you have all these movies and stuff. There's something about that. We don't know what it is, but we have somebody pointing to it. So we're gonna sit back and say, when we really think about it.
But I didn't realize that Monique was only paid $50,000 for Precious. I wouldn't do no advertisement either. I couldn't blame her. You know how long you have to make a movie? You only get paid $50,000.
Well, who negotiated the contract?
I don't know.
Her husband.
Well,
her husband is her manager.
But she shouldn't accept that. She should have
she should get on her husband.
Yeah,
but
she should get on herself as well. She don't have to accept it because her husband negotiated the contract.
Maybe she blindly went into it, or maybe
she needed the money, at the time,
but
hoping it'll be,
But so Taraji Henson broke it down. They paid her $500,000 for Color Purple, Purple, and she said you have to pay all these people, and then you have to pay taxes. That 500,000, and you told me that too, Drew, when you had your friend on. That 500,000 can be what 50,000, 100,000 after you done paid everybody.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, you got to think about it too. I mean,
No, she earned her keep. Taraji is a top-notch
Taraji.
actress.
No,
Yeah,
she a
put in
good
that work.
actress.
No,
Yeah,
she
she a good
top-notch.
actress. She a good actress.
Yeah,
But
she
why
deserves
she
that.
ain't got no money though?
Who said
I
she ain't
mean, who fault is
got no
that?
money?
She
She
complains
said she
she
ain't got no
ain't getting
money.
paid. The reason why Color Purple ain't making no money because it's a dumbass movie.
Color Purple is making money.
No, it's not. It's a flop.
No, it's not.
Nobody's going to see that shit.
Oh, you may not have seen that. However, you must
You
not
went to
have
see
looked at.
Z? You went to see it?
I haven't seen
What
it.
did you come on Fox?
Oh, you cheap! You
What's she
cheap skate!
saying?
You cheap!
Oh,
Cheap,
everybody
cheap,
knows this. I went to come on Fox. No, I haven't seen
She
the
told me
movie.
waiting to come on Fox.
Right, I haven't seen the movie. Why am I going to
Wow.
see? Why am I going to see that? I'll wait.
Bootleg.
There's too much singing in it. I heard there's a lot of singing in it,
It's a
man.
musical.
It's
I don't want to see that shit.
It's not like the first one. It's a musical.
No, hell no.
I
I
like
want to see
musicals,
Mr.
though.
kicking ass. I want to see Mr. in that bitch kicking ass. I don't want to see no
And then you
music.
might as well
You know,
watch. They might as well make a Color Purple Part 2 or a sequel.
Right, the sequel. I'd rather see something like that.
Like
where Mr. can
Mr.
kick some ass.
Harpo. I mean, Mr. Grandkids, which is Harpo Kids.
Mr. Yeah,
The
Mr.
extension of Mr. That's what they should have done.
But that movie, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Go ahead.
You ain't giving it no idea.
You know we don't.
No.
Go
I'll wait till I
ahead.
get on StreamYard to talk about that. But yeah.
Yeah, look, we the little people. They ain't worrying about us. We the little
Right.
people.
We haven't reached that level.
I don't want to get Flex Channel strike, man. So
Strike.
I just
You may
found
blow
out.
up. I want my 10% Flex. I want my 10%.
Listen, I just found out you can do more than one box on TikTok. I saw HD do it the other day.
How you mean more than one
Can
box?
do more than one
Well,
what?
You know how you can have like guests on here? Like we got 4 on here. I think he had like 5 on his. On TikTok.
Yeah, I see people be doing that. We can do that.
Yeah, so we're gonna definitely have to hit that up one of these days.
Oh yeah,
and check that.
you got a lot of followers, and I got a lot of followers. That's true.
Right.
My followers want to laugh. That's all I'm on TikTok for, to get away from Facebook and all other social media, so I don't have to be serious.
Yeah, I can't get with Facebook, man.
Facebook is dying. I mean, they just.
I just can't do it.
You can't even say white no more. You got to say white, like white tea.
What?
Like no, you have to spell the word Y and a T.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, you can't put white or black people or white people or Asian
how
people.
about this? We wonderful people and beautiful people. We know what you're talking about.
Wait a minute. Wonderful people and beautiful people? What the fuck?
I say resourceful people or privileged people. The privileged.
If you say wonderful and beautiful, they think you're praising them. So, but we know what we talk about.
I don't be on Facebook, you know. I can't deal with it, man.
You call them the beautiful people?
The beautiful people. We the beautiful people. Look at Ed. What's up, Ed? Got Ed jumping on there. I bet you Ed saw Color Purple.
Oh shit. No, man. Nah, Ed ain't see that shit. Hell no. Nah, Ed ain't gonna see that shit. Hell
man, he going
to Ed might have. Ed woman probably made him go. Let's hear from Ed.
Ed got a big tub of popcorn.
Nah, Ed ain't that kind of dude, man.
He took the family to see it. He paid $600 for popcorn and soda to go see it. Oh, there go my man's LP. LP, did you go see The Color Purple? What you think? He said, not for the shucking and dancing.
Thank you, sir. Thank
for the shucking and jiving, not for the shucking and dancing.
Shucking and dancing.
Let them people jive. What's wrong with you, Ed? What's wrong? Let them people Tallahassee ain't see that is shit.
Oh man, they wait for to put it in the home theater at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Nah,
already on Voodoo Cinema for $29.95. That's what I was like. I wait to get on Fox.
it's on Google Cinema.
Hold up,
Get the
It's
hold
fuck.
up,
on Voodoo
hold
Cinema.
up.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
And you think it's doing good in the box office? At the box
LP
office?
said
Get
That's
he
on
didn't see it either.
Voodoo for
Hold up,
$29.99. It'll be on Netflix soon. I ain't worried. No, I wait to get on Fox.
from the production screen to the DVD aisle.
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Whoa.
It's a flop.
Think I got
$100
California
million
Gold.
budget, and it's a flop. That's why Taraji crying, because she ain't getting no money because the movie's a flop.
Ed said he wouldn't watch it on
No, I thought once
Tubi.
they pay you, that's it.
Nah, you
Unless you ask for residuals in your
right.
contract.
Nah, it's according to how much the movie profit the movie makes. It's how much you.
Because Monique only got paid 50 and Precious made a whole lot of money.
Hey, but oh man, I wish I could invite Lori because she break it down. LP said he didn't like the original Color Purple, so he sure wasn't gonna watch the music. Now, when
Yeah, the original made black men look bad, man.
I mean, but we was in elementary school or middle
Yeah,
school.
Still,
Because I
the
was in-
image of the
Yeah.
black man was tarnished with that movie, man.
Oh, they didn't. They made. I just looked it up, y'all. They grossed $55 million against $100 million budget. You right?
Thank you. That's why Taraji is crying because she ain't making no money. The movie's flop.
but
Well, she
listen,
can do something else. She's a A1 actor.
She
I mean, actress.
old though.
Hey,
She
Listen.
old. Ain't Hollywood ain't looking for no old broads,
did
man.
y'all watch the show with Lori?
apologize.
Did you watch
Apologize.
the show
for
with Lori?
Taraji is not
She
a
old.
Lori
Yes, she
was
is.
telling y'all how Hollywood gets down. It doesn't matter. They have their favorites. She was telling
Right.
you they have their
But I
favorites.
thought
You
she
can be
was one of their favorites.
no,
But she
just
old though.
able
Them
to
young
work.
girls coming up now, moving out
She
the
was
way.
not old. Okay, let's talk
Taraji
about
is
Angela
able to-
Bassett. Let's talk
She's
about Angela
52
Bassett.
years old,
Oh.
man.
Okay, Angela Bassett's still doing her thing, and
She's
she's
still
still a
working.
She's an icon though. She's an icon.
And
Taraji's
Taraji.
not an icon.
So
No, she's not.
what's the difference between Taraji and Angela Bassett?
An Academy Award, Oscars.
Angela ain't got no Oscars.
She got an Academy Award or something. Taraji ain't got
You
that.
want to whoever okay as I've seen it. The difference is who accepts you.
I can believe that. I can believe
Mhm.
that. I can believe that.
That's the
Hollywood, man. That's
Now remember,
Hollywood.
when you see a lot of Taraji movies, she is popular in both the
Right.
white and the black cinema field.
Right.
However, she is much stronger in the black than she is in the white.
So she
And
didn't cross over.
Angela is much stronger in the white than she is.
Okay,
In the
Right.
wonderful.
I can believe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the wonderful.
Angela can't play Cookie. That's not a stretch. That's not a stretch for Taraji.
Did y'all see what LP said?
What?
He said not their favorite,
Not
but the
their
ones
favorite,
that
but the
comply.
ones who comply. Yeah,
That's
I
their
can agree.
favorites.
I can
Their
agree.
favorites are the ones who comply.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that Cat Williams was talking
Leave it.
about.
Well, Amy
Hollyweird.
she did do Tina Turner. I ain't lying.
She
Mhm.
did it, and that was
She
that
did
was a
that,
role
man.
that put
She
her
did that.
on that level. When she
Taraji
did that,
can't touch no Angela Bassett.
she was better than person of interest and left the show for Empire. Okay, well,
Empire. Cookie line.
But she wasn't getting paid on Empire either.
but see, it's okay. How it goes with this?
Negotiating her contract.
They have a budget.
Getting $100,000 an episode, and
That's
and
cool
the
with me.
children. No, and the children only getting paid. Not the children, but they're adult kids.
Yeah.
They were only getting paid $20,000 an episode. What is that?
See, what happens with that is
Much
once you
when it
sign
comes
that
to-
contract, you need to have a clause in there to renegotiate because once you put that pilot out, you don't know how well it's gonna run.
Right. 50 cents pay her watch, huh?
But
50 gonna pay her.
don't they have lawyers and attorneys going over this paperwork or
That's who they gotta
somebody?
pay.
But
That's who they
listen,
gotta pay.
listen, peep this. It's like you're playing dice. You might crap out. Let's say you have a show that's being introduced to you, right? And they introduce you in the pilot. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you might only be in the pilot, but
Right.
then you might get a couple episodes if you're not doing anything else, and they're giving you 100,000, but you don't have anything else going on. You're gonna take that money because you have nothing else going
But
on.
she was the main character. I could see if she wasn't the main character, like the light skinned chick. She was the main character of that.
Right.
Who was the main character
But
of
when they
what?
signed them
King and
contracts,
Empire. Like, but see, like
No, she wasn't the
Terrence.
main character. My man Terrence was the main
Okay,
character,
well,
light skinned
okay.
dude.
I'm sorry, I take that back. She was the main supporting
She was
character.
the leading lady.
But
Yeah, she was
Terrence
the leading lady.
was only getting paid 100-something thousand as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think they may
But
be
if you
making
ain't
money.
like D say, if you ain't got nothing else coming in,
If you ain't got nothing else
shit,
coming in,
you
and
gonna
that's
take that. Them bills still coming
I
in. You
especially
gotta
love
take that
Jennifer
money.
Lewis now. I'll take Jennifer Lewis all day.
and think about what Lori was saying about how those
I'm not
residuals
going
were
to.
coming in, especially with streaming.
Right,
Now, before streaming came in, their residuals were much higher.
right.
Now that the streaming started, think about it. She said she made 10 racks for her role on Marvel, and she was supposed to get another 10 racks and got 3% of that because it was streaming.
Damn.
What?
Fuck
You
that shit.
didn't watch the show. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Man, you might as well go and get a day job.
And see,
Son,
that's how a
Go
lot of
shake
them
your
live.
ass somewhere or something.
I was thinking that, but you said it.
Yeah.
And so
OnlyFans.
Hollywood is not as great. You know, that's why people
Yeah.
have to keep working. You have to keep getting them residuals. And since the streaming services came in, their residuals, like anything you did before the streaming services, you have a better chance of getting more money for your residual checks. And then some places, they aren't paying you monthly. Some places are only paying you annually. So if you're waiting this entire year for your 10 racks and you get 300,
I'm getting the fuck out of Hollywood.
But you know what? Esther
That's what I'm
Rowe,
doing.
Esther Rowe from
Yeah.
Good Times, Florida
Yeah.
from Good Times. She more
Mhm.
she is deceased for what, almost 20-something years, and she's still worth millions. She had no children,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
you know how they wanted, back in the day, they asked if you want to get paid up front, and a lot of them said yes. And
Yeah.
her mother told her no. Like
Play the
like
long
Jason
game.
Weaver mother.
Right.
Like Jason Weaver
Yeah.
mother when he did
Long
The
game.
Lion King.
Yeah.
She was like, no, I want residuals. We don't want all this money up front. And Jason Weaver should never be broke, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how you do
I
it.
say should
Yeah.
now. I ain't say, should.
But see
Yeah.
that's how you have to do it. But you also have to live now. And the crazy thing about Hollywood is once you get typecast,
Yeah.
not a lot of people have the ability to show range,
Right.
and not of them want to show range, because once you get into a role, like if you get Mike Epps, since we were speaking on him earlier, you get Mike Epps and you put him in a serious role. How is he going to pull that off? He has, you know what I'm saying? He has the goofy role. Even when what's the name of that show, Survivor's Remorse? He was an uncle, but he was still kind of clownish. You know what I'm saying? So once you get typecasted, that cuts you off from a lot of jobs. And then
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, that's what I felt about Regina King. You remember when she was on 227?
Yeah.
And then she went on Boys in the Hood? Was that Boys in the Hood? I was like, please don't let her be typecasted. And that's one of the people I can really say that she has range, and she was not typecasted.
Regina King. Yeah, she cool. I like her, man.
Yeah.
She cool too.
Yeah, but you have to be able, in order to make that money, you have to be able to do both.
You're right.
I mean, even Denzel did comedies. Denzel did Heart Condition with Bob Hoskins when he was starting out. I don't know if y'all remember that one. It was like Glory, Heart Condition,
I know Glory.
and Ricochet.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember which one? Heart Condition?
Heart Condition.
Him and Bob Hoskins. He was a lawyer, and he was dealing with this chick that Bob Hoskins was in love with, and he died, and Bob Hoskins was racist, and Bob Hoskins got into a car accident or whatever. No, he had a heart attack. Denzel got in a car accident and died, and they gave Bob Hoskins his heart so he could see him.
So they give a white man the black man heart.
I know that's right.
White man.
I don't see that movie. I don't see it. I good.
Yo, you would see Denzel in a different light because you were like, I just can't imagine, because you used to seeing him in these super serious roles. So you were like, okay, he can pull that off a little bit. It's not his greatest work, but I can see if he pursued that comedy avenue, how he could pull that off. So
see, Denzel has a type of dry humor. You have to catch it. Like comedy drama, or drama comedy, whatever you want to call it. You have to catch it. He says things, but you just have to catch it. You be like,
Boondock. Big Six said the Boondocks. Yeah, bring the Boondocks, man. I like the Boondocks.
Yeah. And he had to play the coldest cop ever to get those awards. Now, you have people that work their way through the ranks in this game. And some of them, that's one of the things that Cat Williams was alluding to. It's not just in comedy, it's in Hollywood in general, where you work your way through the ranks. And then you get to a point that, okay, you blow up and you gotta strike while the iron is hot. Because at some point you're gonna cool off. Master P did it in music. You see, and
Taraji has cooled off. She's no longer
cooled off. But the thing about it is Taraji, she wasn't able to financially benefit the same way that actors did. Because see, the actresses have always they haven't commanded that much money.
Right.
It has been mainly male driven, and for the most part, it's been wonderful male driven. That's why Tom Cruise.
Yeah, she just got to be smarter with her money because she made money.
Yeah.
Can't be buying all that shit off TV and Temu and all that shit. Man.
Hey! I like Temu. Hey!
Temu and all the bullshit.
Yo, we gonna have to clip that. That's definitely gonna have to be a clip for this show. That took a said Temu.
Shop like a millionaire.
She's broke. I just think she wants to be paid what she's worth. I don't think she's broke.
Yeah.
Why she crying about money?
If you've been if you've been on a job for 20 years and you still making $23 an hour, come on now.
I'm gonna find another job.
After 20 years, you be like, man, listen.
Did y'all
see
Vivica responding?
Oh Lord.
Vivica Fox.
Another hag.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to agree out loud.
See, Z, Z. See, now, thank you, Z, thank you.
Man,
sorry,
I
didn't stop liking her. She went Hollywood shit when she got her lips done. I was like, why did she do that? She was so pretty.
Oh,
man,
she is a sight.
She's the only black woman. She's the only black actress in Hollywood that is aging. Everybody else just look the same for the last 20-something years.
All of them aging.
Not like her. Not like her.
They is not in the right.
We cannot keep them old people young. They're getting old. It's okay.
I understand that. Felicia Rashad look younger than her. Stop it.
Well, she don't.
Felicia Rashad look
almost 80 years old. That lady is 75.
Yeah, but she
is
younger than Vivica Fox.
She may look good for her age, but she is old.
In the face,
she's old.
In the face, they look like
Jasmine Guy. Jasmine Guy.
In the face, they look. If you take all that caked up makeup off that Vivica always packs on, she's gonna look closer to Felicia Rashad in age.
But see, Felicia Rashad looks very good for her age without her makeup because I've seen her without her makeup.
And she's Still old.
Don't do that. Hold on. You know what? Send me your address. I coming. I coming tomorrow because I ain't coming tonight because of
Father
the weather.
Time. Father
Send me your
Time
address.
is undefeated. Father Time is
Defeated.
undefeated.
But
It's,
see,
it
Talking about the
happens to
age.
us all, man. It's okay. It happens
And
to
I'm
all
not
of us.
saying nothing's wrong with it. What I'm saying is Vivica Fox tailored herself for Hollywood when she did not have to because she was already gorgeous.
She
That's what I'm
ain't get over
saying.
50 yet. She ain't
she
get over
gotta
50 Cent yet.
be over 50, bruh.
I
No, she's not, bro.
don't think she
She
over 50
gotta
She,
either.
be.
she
I
ain't
don't think
over.
she over
Thank
50
you, Z.
either.
She ain't
I
over
don't think she
50, man.
over 50
I think
either.
she gotta be over 50. She was on
No,
Out All Night when we was in middle school,
So
bruh.
let me
she ain't over
ask you
50,
this.
bro.
What is Vivica Fox doing worthy of
Nothing.
watching?
She on Queens of Cocktails or some shit.
I don't watch
Cocktails with
that.
Queens or some shit.
Nope,
You don't
not
watch
doing it.
that?
Nope. Is it a reality show?
Bullshit.
59
No, it's a
years old. Just like I
podcast.
said, she was on TV when we were in high school, bruh. We
Yeah.
Vivica 60?
were in.
Back then she was fine. Now she was fly
That's
back
when she
then.
was on that show with Morris
I
Chestnut
remember that
and
show.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Patti
They
yeah.
had like a
LaBelle.
dance
Right.
club or something, or a club or
Right.
some
She
We were
was
in
shit.
middle
very
school, so I know she had to
Right.
be older than 50.
Right. She was bad back then.
Yeah.
me alone is and listen, Nia, no, Sanai.
Don't Z, don't you do it. They old. Time for them
Who
to
I
you
don't
go.
talk
care
about?
I don't care what their age is. What I'm saying is how they look.
They
Nia Long
look
got to be
old.
closer to us in age, I believe.
Neil on 52.
Nia
Okay. Oh,
Long close to
you know
y'all
that
age.
one, huh?
I know that's
Old.
right.
Hmm? Hmm?
53 from Brooklyn.
Thank you. Thank you.
He knows that
And
age.
she smokes
Okay.
cigarettes.
Hey,
You
can't help it.
know
Everybody
what?
has a
Her
vice.
best role when she played Roxanne Shantae's mother. That was the best acting I have ever seen her done.
Who,
Really?
Neil on?
Yes.
What about
She
in
is not one of my
Boys in
favorite
the Hood?
actors.
What about when she was in Boys in the
Love
Hood?
No,
Jones.
she's not I mean, but she was young. She's not one of those actresses that they were like Nia Long in a movie. I'm like, okay, I'm not spending my money on that.
Have you
I'm
seen
not
her in Love?
going to see it.
No, her best acting was. Did you see Love Jones?
Love Jones.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, she just played this role that was out of her character. No, see, Nia Long plays safe roles.
Okay.
Her roles are safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want her
She
to
know
come
her
out of her range.
limits.
No, but she did a very good job in Roxanne Shante. I'm about to say the biopsy. Jesus Christ, the
What?
that's that
Oh,
rock and
What's in
ride,
your cup,
y'all. I
man?
don't
What's in
feel
your
good.
cup?
I'm drinking rock and ride orange juice. That's that rock and
Mm-hmm.
ride talking.
oh,
Mm-hmm. I know something in your
Lord.
cup.
Some extra in the
Something in your
cup.
cup.
Lord.
Man.
Yeah, but she did a very good job in Roxanne Shante as her mother. She did a very good job, and I was like, that is the best work I've ever seen
What
from her.
movie was that, though?
It,
Z?
it was, and I just said Roxanne Shante.
You
Oh, I ain't seen no shit.
Oh,
didn't
that
see
was the story of Roxanne Shante.
that?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
That was
I
on
came on
Netflix,
Netflix.
that
right?
was on Lifetime.
Was it on Lifetime?
Oh,
I think it was on
hell no.
Lifetime. You know,
Hell
Lifetime like to do
no.
those um biops.
So
Any dude watching Lifetime, I got questions.
I think it was on Netflix because I don't watch
Well,
Lifetime. So I gotta say it had to be on
cousin
Netflix.
oh,
It
my cousin was on there
was on
live.
Netflix.
Well, I
It
mean,
was on Netflix.
I mean, it's on Net, but you know, Netflix will pick up stuff.
Well, true. I
But
mean, but
yeah,
when we think about it, let's put our heads together and let's think about this. When we're looking at beautiful female actresses, who's out there really that's going to command top money? I mean, we already see that we were thinking that Taraji would because she's been in so much, but she's doing it so she has the quantity in order to have what she has. But are there who's out there that's going to command that money?
Julia Roberts.
I said beautiful people.
Oh, I
And
thought you
plus,
called them beautiful
she
people.
almost
They ain't beautiful
70.
people.
No, we're beautiful people.
Oh, we're beautiful people. What are they? I'm sorry.
Wonderful people.
They're wonderful people.
Oh, I got it now.
I
You
Yeah.
got
know.
it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would command that type of money.
Yeah, that would
I
command.
don't know, man. Honestly, I mean, because I don't quite know that much about,
Damn,
I don't
now,
keep up with
now you got me
Hollywood like
thinking.
that.
Right,
That could command it and get it.
right.
I don't know, bro.
Let me Google. Hold on. Now you got me thinking.
Right, I'm over here.
Um,
I'm about to Google myself.
Viola. Viola Davis.
Okay, okay, that's one.
Kerry Washington.
Is she really?
No.
I think she can command. I think she can command it, and I think she'll get it
In,
because she crossed over.
in Hollywood or TV?
Right.
She's crossed over.
I'm looking,
That's the
and
chick. That was the chick in Scandal, right?
Yes,
That Scandal chick.
yes.
yeah,
Um,
I'm still looking. Halle Berry. Well, what it says, highest paid black actress is Halle Berry. And that may be
Halle
because she's
Berry
been
can
out.
command it too. Yeah,
It may not be that she's commanding top dollars, just that she's been out for 30 years now.
and she looked the same. That's all I can think of. Viola Davis, Kerry Washington, and Napita. Don't let me forget my girl Napita.
Okay,
Yeah, she
but
fine too.
yeah, I think
Lupita
Lupita will probably
fine,
command more because
Okay,
of.
we know she's fine. Okay, you ain't gotta say it 20 million times.
Zeke.
I think it's her international flair that's really going to get her paid like that. I think more than anything else, it'll be her international flair. Because she's not just going to get it here in America. She can go overseas and do, foreign films and get
Who,
paid like
Lupita?
that.
But
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
she got
does
that
quality
crossover
work.
appeal, man.
She has that
She got that crossover
She has
appeal.
that
international crossover.
Yeah.
Not just,
international. Yeah.
right,
Those are the only three I can think of, and I'm looking down the list.
right,
That's sad. That's
right.
really sad.
Ruby D and her husband, Josh talking about, oh, yeah, Ruby D and Ossie
Well,
Davis.
Ruby
Yeah,
Doo
but
deceased. She can't command anything.
Man, keep that Buick in the garage. That motherfucker on blocks. Shit. No.
Lord have mercy.
Mm-mm.
Unfortunately, the time they came along, the money definitely wasn't there.
Right.
I think if they came out, let's see, in the late '80s, early '90s, by the time the 2000s hit, they would really, really be, hitting like that. Because you have people like Loretta Devine that you see plays everybody's mama
Nah,
or aunt.
I like her. That's my
And
girl right
Jennifer,
there,
I
man.
love her.
Like her.
I love her in what the name of
Don't you
that
say Wait No
series?
Exhale.
No,
Huh?
no.
Okay.
I love her in P Valley. I
Oh,
love her character in P Valley. She has no filters. That's why I love her.
Speaking of P Valley, I wonder where is what
She
you
showed
call
me a different side. There's an actress that people sleeping on, and it pisses me off. What's her name? What's this chick name?
the first black Catwoman Josh was talking about. You talking about what's her name? Oh my gosh, I see. I'm looking at her right now in my mind. She was in Boomerang. Marcus.
Oh,
What is her name? What is her name?
she came to Benedict to visit.
Oh shoot.
Cat Williams.
This mother say Cat Williams. Lord have mercy.
No, the Catwoman. That's why. Oh Lord, hold on.
Eartha
from
Kitt.
North,
Eartha
Y'all
Kitt.
talking about
That's
Eartha Kitt?
it.
Eartha Kitt. She's
That's
from
it.
North South Carolina. That's right. Eartha Kitt.
Okay. Oh,
Man,
is she really? Well, okay.
that's one old feminist man hating bitch. It's in it that bitch can't shit.
She did. God bless the dead. She deceased.
Yeah, but she didn't like men. She didn't like black men. So and there's interviews with her out there. Look up. She on YouTube. Look her up.
What? Maybe black men didn't like her, and she got tired of them
No,
rejecting.
She tell you she didn't like niggas, black men. No.
That's why she was.
So God bless her soul. God bless her soul. She was good. She was okay.
Now,
so she don't like me. I don't like her.
How about this? Who watches Sisters in here?
Watch
Sisters.
Who? Man, what kind of show?
Only two characters. I'm gonna say 1.5. females,
Sisters.
only 1.5 females is carrying that cast. KJ
And
is carrying that cast. Fatima is carrying that cast. Them other ones,
Y'all done
I
lost
like
me now.
Danny,
hey,
Goddamn.
but
hey, you like what you see, bro. That all I'm gonna say is you'll like what you see.
no,
Yeah,
the acting is
I ain't
horrible. No,
talk about the
you just
acting, but
talk about
this
the looks.
this is a show that come on. What channel
This
this
is
shit come
Tyler
on? I mean, this
BT,
show come
Perry.
on.
Are you watching it
Oh
again? Are you watching
hell,
yeah.
it?
hell no! Oh, you watching that bullshit?
Listen now,
Fuck no.
KJ. You know KJ just got married,
Yeah.
right?
Flex, you watch that shit?
Doggone right.
Oh,
Me and a whole bunch of other guys that I know.
I don't
oh, right,
understand
all
why, because
right,
the acting horrible, the storyline is horrible. Karen were pregnant for 7
okay.
years and she just started
And this
soaring.
show is called
Yep.
Sisters.
They probably watch it because their
And
girlfriends making them watch it. That's the only thing. Cause okay, so
The
you watch
girlfriend's making
Sisters?
watch.
Are you watching Bruh? Are you watching Bruh?
I like what. Yeah, I watched that
I,
too.
uh-uh,
I
You
watched
must like
that too.
horrible acting. You must like horrible acting.
Damn.
Because I'm sorry.
But
She
see,
said
here's
make
the
a
thing.
girlfriend make her
I
watch.
So do you watch the Queen of All Men?
all the Queen's
I mean,
men.
all the
Yeah,
Queen's Men.
yeah,
Only person carrying that show is Eva. Everybody
yeah,
else, they acting is horrible.
Man, y'all done
And you
lost me.
yeah.
is
But see, here's the
beautiful.
thing though. Everybody watches shows for different reasons. I watch shows. I get ideas when I watch a lot of TV shows. I watch for things not to do when I write. I watch. Everybody's acting isn't gonna be good. That's just
But you got
how it is.
a cast and the acting not good. Come on now. Come on.
Listen,
The whole cast.
I was just about to say that KJ at one time she used to talk trash about black men, and then wound up marrying one who the internet, the internet is just crazy.
Yeah.
They was like, well, which one is the bride? Gee, you gotta see the wedding picture.
Look, my mouth just
Bruh.
dropped. My
Which
mouth
one
just
is the
dropped.
bride? Fuck
Hold
that.
on, let me see if I hold up. Let me see
This
if I
before
can pull this up.
she got married or after she got married?
She got
Yo.
listen. I'm gonna tell you how I ran across it. Right, the day after or whatever that they got married, I saw she went live on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, let me jump on to see what's going on, and it was her and Sky Black, and Sky Black plays the nephew on All the Queen's Men.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I didn't even know they was dating, but they ain't my people, so of course I don't know. Right. And then they were talking about people were hating. I'm like, people were hating. What am I missing? And then they showed the pictures of him in there with some dang on. I gotta hold on. They're like, is that a dress?
I'm about to Google this.
They were like, is he wearing a dress?
Wedding
Is that
pictures.
a sash?
Oh Lord, I need a good laugh. KJ wedding pictures.
No, you gotta watch the video, man. When him dancing.
You know what?
My.
I think he's bleaching his skin. He looks like he's bleaching his skin.
Hold on, let me see if I can turn this joint around.
Where's this from?
Hold on, let me turn this joint around and see if I can get it focused. Oh shoot, my bad.
They said, which one is the bride? That's sad.
Yeah. Oh man, you know how people get, especially us beautiful people. Now,
Man, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about, man?
Look. They was like, which one is the bride? Is that a dress? That's sash? And he got his shirt all open. What kind of crap is that, bro?
6ix9ine, me and you gonna talk in the chat, man.
But yeah, there was a lot going on with that, and I just heard some things. And I'm like, so she didn't like black men at one point, and what changed her mind? And look, a lot of these people that we're watching, we have to always remember they're people too. And
there are a lot of misandrists. They got to be accountable, though.
Yeah,
a lot of misandrists.
Right. Listen, hold it to them.
I didn't know that though.
Yeah.
She's an
observational reality.
But she used to talk smack about black men?
Yes.
Right. What? She used to drag us, man. I'm not listening. I'm not respecting that. No.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know she used to do that. I mean, I ain't a big follower of KJ. I mean,
right. I mean, Yeah, but yeah, she
Listen,
didn't like her.
she
And
had this
plus,
white
she was
dude that was
sleeping with
helping.
the enemy too. So yeah.
She had this wonderful dude that was helping her get on, and while he was helping her get on, it was F the brothers. So now I can't even like look at her, but like
Sleep white and hate black.
But
right.
you know
Yep.
what? She looked like she attract those type of people though. They like her look.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah.
it is so crazy.
Them folks.
And I got to go back to Vivica one more time
Oh Lord.
to say why, out of all times, did she come out of her cave to say something? I
She was
mean,
in the
it
cave.
had nothing to do with her. The Cat Wheels thing. Did he mention her?
No.
And I just forgot it.
But everybody want a piece of the
She looking
15
for
minute.
attention, man.
Yeah,
Because she
she is.
hasn't been relevant in so long.
She ain't never
Remember,
been relevant. Well, with 50.
Independence Day, she was relevant. I'm gonna give her that.
No, I'll give Set It Off. I'll give Set It Off.
And remember, the powers that be still hold the keys in Hollywood. So
yeah.
maybe she's like, look, I'm matter of fact, hold on, let me jot.
Be like Harvey Weinstein and just pull your dick out. Fuck it.
We not going there.
Not responding. I shall not.
Harvey Weinstein say, fuck it.
We're not playing them games.
He don't give a damn.
Maybe tomorrow, but not tonight.
He in the hospital or something, man. Something wrong with him.
She yanked it too hard, maybe. I don't know.
You know what?
he whipped that joke out and straight on the
you can't pull on him too hard. Man.
Oh yeah, Raising Kanan Mom's husband is white. That is true. She's from South Carolina too.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's from South Carolina?
The woman that plays Raising Kanan Mom. Well, Kanan.
Yeah. Oh, she's from South Carolina? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's from South Carolina.
That ain't my dog Big Six, is it?
Yeah, that's Six.
Big Six.
He said Michaela took his headphones. Michaela took his headphones, so he might be quiet for a couple minutes. Get him, Niecy. Get him.
What's up, big dog? What's happening with you, man?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
A little bit. Go ahead.
Okay, y'all can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's his favorite phrase every time he get on. That's the first thing
He about to say something real ignorant. Go ahead and make us laugh. Go ahead and make us laugh.
She's from Kenan, South Carolina, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Her husband's white. Yeah. Like, I put like this. He gets off. You know, how Robin Thicke or something like that. Robin, the white dude that sings.
Yeah.
Robin Thicke.
Yeah. And John B or something like that. Yeah, he give up those vibes and stuff like that. So I understand she went that way.
Yeah. Them sisters like them white boys who act like
but
that.
Y'all gotta remember, them white men love their sisters too.
Yeah, it's all right. It's cool. Yeah, I can dig it.
But peep this.
I can dig it.
Peep this. You have people like Halle Berry who will give up on brothers, and she said it, only to divorce the wonderful guy that she was with and claim that he used to call her the N-word.
I think she the common denominator.
Yeah, and she paying child support to two white men, two honkies. She paying money to
two wonderful people, two wonderful dudes.
Wait a minute. What?
No, George Jefferson called them honkies.
Wait a minute. No, seriously though. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
She don't have a.
She got two ex-husbands with kids. They got the kids, and she paid child support to two white men.
I'm asking, she doesn't have her kids? Oh wow.
No.
I didn't know that.
Oh, she is, like you say, she is the common denominator. You were right.
Oh wow. I didn't know she. Wow.
Yeah, she a crazy bitch.
But guess what? She's still making movies and her real money in Hollywood.
And she ain't raising her kids. The white man.
That's true.
Now listen to this though. Let's flip it. Let's say that was a man that did that. He would be villainized, and they wouldn't want to hire him for any role.
He'd be the worst parts of the Bible. All of it.
And he would be the poster child for black men ain't ish.
Okay.
So when y'all gonna talk about P. Diddy saying
Yeah,
since y'all talking
yeah,
Oh
about
yeah, we
rap.
was talking about
I know
yep.
they were coming on
That
that.
him and him and your preacher linked
Ain't
together.
nobody-
What you talking about? Him and your preacher.
hey, you best
You
not get
watching
somebody.
TD Jakes on Sunday morning with your coffee and your toast.
Hey, you mess around and get somebody evil, and they put crazy glue in the lube.
Damn.
What movie that was on? What movie that was on?
Hey,
Somebody did
What was
that.
that?
hey, but
Huh?
Somebody did that for real.
Yeah, that was in the movie.
Oh,
Drew, y'all notice how 50 Cent and Cat Williams, they said stuff and nobody called them a liar?
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, we
Absolutely.
we
Yeah, we
sitting
touched on
here.
that too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we sitting here.
You're right.
50 Cent called it out, and no, everybody thought, man, this man Waller. And then it came out, it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But I
The
don't
truth,
know why
the truth
everybody
hard.
decided to
It's
believe
hard to
Cat
come back from
Williams.
the truth, man.
Why everybody chose to believe Cat Williams after everybody was saying it for years?
My whole thing is Cat Williams say the quiet part out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
the one
that
thing,
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the one thing I love about Cat Williams' interview, he gave Mark Curry his flowers.
yeah,
Mark Curry, the young,
Yeah, Mark Curry. Yeah, he was an underrated dude, man.
yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah,
the young people got introduced to Mark Curry. Someone, what? Yeah. So you watching Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and you looking at Steve Harvey's morning show. Oh, yeah, he did that.
Did
Mm-hmm.
Steve respond to that comment?
I started listening to the Steve Harvey morning show. The only thing I listened to is Nephew Tommy. I said because Steve up here talk about, yeah, you stealing jokes and stuff like that, nigga. No, respond.
I mean, like the King of the Comedy, to me, the only person really was funny was Bernie Mac, to be honest.
Yeah.
and
And then
D.L. Hughley was.
I'm just about to say DL that I
was
like.
all right.
I like DL Hughley.
I'm not a D.L. Hughley fan.
Ever since Comic View, when he came out talking about you need Jesus, ever since then I'm like, okay, yeah, I can rock with this dude because
Yeah, D.L. be having some funny ones, man.
No,
if
but
you
you know,
go
we
to the
just don't always gotta be
it's like
in
this.
Black family.
He just laugh
and
at
Black
himself
family,
too much
and
for me.
Black family,
I don't like a
and Black
comedian that
family.
laugh at himself a lot.
Hell, Cat laugh at himself. I mean, what's his name? Who we were just
Steve
talking
Harvey.
about?
Oh, my
No,
bad.
the King, the Living King, a comedy, the Living
Corey
King.
Hogan?
Hell no, you said
Corey Hogan?
Who's Living King?
Oh my gosh, Dave Chappelle is the Living King.
I
Dave
don't even call
Chappelle
him.
laughs at himself. Dave Chappelle laughs at himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like that though. Not like
You
the way. Go ahead, cuz.
You go to a D.L. Hughley show, just don't sit in the first 5 rows because he's gonna roast the hell out of the crowd.
And that's that old school comedy.
Let's see,
that's that
I'm
old
going to a D.L.
school
Hughley show. I ain't even paying for that.
Hey, you remember the Richard Pryor stand up? He said, "Oh, y'all out here in them early rows. You know, I call this the garden section. I whip my piss on you." So you know that's that back in the day.
Richard Pryor. Pryor was crazy.
I remember Bill Cosby did not like them. He was telling them comedians to stop using that language.
That boy said, "Fuck you."
Basically, literally.
Well,
Eddie Murphy and all them boys say, "Man, fuck you, man."
Did you hear the story with Eddie Murphy and Rodney Dangerfield? When he was going out there, and he said it was a club that he was doing when he was early on in comedy, and he was out there doing the racy comedy, you know, with the racist jokes and this, that, and the third. And he said Rodney Dangerfield came up to him and was like, "Yo, you'll never make it in this business with jokes like that." And he said he saw him 5 years later after he's already doing Saturday Night Live and Beverly Hills Cop, and he went up to Rodney, and Rodney said, "Who knew?"
That sounds like Dangerfield.
That's exactly what he was. I can see him saying that.
Yeah,
like
Dangerfield's that kind of dude.
Yeah,
man. He's just an asshole.
If y'all really think about it, Rodney Dangerfield, what's the other white comedian? George
Carlin. George Carlin was that dude.
certain white comedians that, you know what I'm saying, you respect it. You like, to me, John Candy, he did a stand up. I love his movies.
Remember, Josh, we changed it. It's not white. It's wonderful. We trying to keep this thing rolling. We're not trying to get shut down.
Yeah. Now I got it. Yeah.
We're
Right.
wonderful and beautiful.
Thank you.
Wonderful people that I love. John, Dangerfield. Why did Dangerfield? George, can't call his name right now. Steve Martin and
Steve Martin was funny too.
Yeah, he was.
Definitely Steve Martin.
Andrew Dice Clay had a short run, but it was good while he was there.
Mm-hmm.
He played in the movie called Elf and Step Brother.
Will Ferrell.
Yes. But Rodney Dangerfield opened up the field for them.
Rodney Dangerfield was crazy, man. Big ass eyes.
Yeah, and that's what got. Did you see? What was the movie where he went back to school and all that?
Yeah, that was the name of it. Back to School.
I used to watch that joint on VHS like over and over and over.
His son was embarrassed about it, but he taught his son a lesson, and he also divorced his wife at the same time. Like, oh, you want my money? I'm going back to school.
But yeah, I mean, there have been lots of I guess we can't really say crossover comedians, because when you look at it, the majority of our comedians were not in the mainstream. The majority, even we knew them in the community because we passed the knowledge of them from person to person.
Plus,
but it wasn't.
They had the Chitlin circuit.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah, the Chitlin circuit too.
Yeah.
Is how the black comics got known.
So we heard about Pig Meat Markham and Mom's Maid, not because we saw them on TV, but we had people from here and there that spread it.
Right. My granddaddy had some old Mom's Mabley albums and shit, man. Yeah, shit like that.
Even with Bill Cosby. I mean, when you think about it, he had I Spy back in the days, but people saw him as an actor. And I heard a lot. I heard about 3 of his old albums. I used to listen to him every summer.
I agree.
And I was rolling. And some of the jokes I didn't get, but as I got older, I got them and I laughed even harder. Right. But because it takes skill to be able to be a comic and go against the
smart,
grain.
Man.
Yeah, and don't curse. And you still got people rolling.
And
most comics are academically and street smart, man.
And don't use the N-word. Yeah, you gotta be. And
you can whittle around all of that and still be successful in your own community. Of course, you're gonna be successful in the other community when you're whitewashed, as you could say, or bleached. But
wonderfully washed.
wonderfully washed. But yeah, that's gonna be our joint. We gonna take that all through the year. Next year we'll find something new, but this year that's what we're gonna use.
Wonderful and beautiful. Yeah.
That's it.
I like that, man.
That's
y'all remember when y'all found out that Red Fox died broke?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we knew that. Yeah.
All them cars that was in Harlem Nights was his, bro.
It's like
he overspent. He mismanaged his money.
He just didn't pay his taxes. You got to pay your taxes, man.
Matter of fact, I seen what's the app name? Tubi, whatever. I seen a documentary on him, and I was like, oh, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he died broke, man.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
He paid for his funeral.
But my man, I saw an interview with John Witherspoon. Him and John Witherspoon was buddies back in the day. John Witherspoon said that was his fault because they used to tell him, "Red man, pay your taxes, man. They gonna come get you." He didn't pay him.
I ain't worried about them. They ain't gonna
yeah.
I ain't worried with them honkies. No, I mean, I ain't worried with them wonderful people. Them wonderful people ain't coming.
But it goes to our community though. When you're not in a position to understand it, especially at a young age. Like we were talking about when we were younger, the things we learned when we were younger. And you come up to be an adult, especially if you find that type of success, I believe by the time he hit his 20s, and we know, especially as most of us as black men, well, Z, you're not a black man, but listen to what we tell you. When we hit our 20s,
okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, boss.
When we hit our 20s, we feel invincible. We don't care.
Right, you better listen.
We don't care nothing about nothing. Am I right, G?
Right. Damn right.
So the more you go through your 20s and you hit your 30s and you're gaining power, you may sense your mortality more, but the more power you gain, the more it balances out, and you still feel that immortality. You don't feel like anybody can take anything from you.
Yeah, but you feel that way when you're young because you're dumb and
you're dumb. And y'all know the rest.
Yeah.
And you get older and you get set in your ways.
Right. You go through some things and get disappointed, get your heart broken.
Yeah.
And, get your feelings hurt. It build your character and you're a better person.
Well, if you have the ability, if you have the mindset where you will change.
Good night, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody wants to. Not everybody sees it as being necessary.
When you're young, Drew, you're a machine gun. When you get in your mid-30s, 40s, you're a sub rifle. When you get older, you're a sniper rifle. You got to pick your shot.
Yeah, and plus, change requires work. A lot of people don't want to do the work.
That's it.
Because
I don't know if you would, if you're paying attention to a lot of my my Facebook lately, you see I'm mentioning that a lot. Because a lot of people think that it's just going to come. Mm-hmm. They want to, for one, you have, especially with where we live in the Bible Belt, you think you're just going to pray and Yahweh is a genie and he's going to grant your wish because you rub the Bible.
If you still believing in that white Jesus and talking snake, that's part of your problem.
Drew,
that's part of your problem.
Drew, next time we need to talk about that. The conversation that me and you was having about that label about special needs. Remember?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We can definitely talk about that. And I think one of the things we need to do is find someone who actually works with or who has a child. And I do know someone, a sister of mine from Milton Hershey, and she has an autistic son, and just to understand what these parents go through, to open the eyes, because knowledge is power. Knowledge can really give you an advantage when you're willing to learn. Like with the stuff that we were talking about tonight, we're talking about Hollywood. We had somebody that's in Hollywood come in and tell us what's going on and why they were striking, because we're thinking, man, you getting paid. But then we find, oh, you're not getting paid. Somebody else is getting paid your money. And now I see why you don't want to do X, Y, Z. And it's still not, it's good. Like, let me take it here. It's good that a lot of people are doing individual, still here. A lot of people are doing their own individual work with these movies, Tubi and stuff like that. The acting may not be good in every movie,
but
it may not be top notch in every movie, but the bottom line is they don't let these larger companies take advantage of them. You see what I'm saying? At some point you have to stand up, and it's just like what we need to do. We need to stop letting these politicians, as you were talking about earlier, G, take advantage of us. Stand up, start our own. If that's what it takes, start our own.
Or hold our vote until we get some tangibles.
Right. So it all goes
reparations, some laws, some anti-black law bills protecting us from getting murdered and in the streets and shit. Yeah, until we get that, we hold our vote, man. Fuck that.
Y'all see what's going on in South Carolina, right? They finally put the hate bill on the team board and say, "Oh, we got to focus on this now." Oh, okay.
That's because it's an election year.
Right. And black men are not in the Democratic Party like they used to be, man. I'm telling you, man. As black men, we got to vote our own interests. We don't have to be party affiliated, but we do have to be policy affiliated.
That's it.
Meaning the best policy that fits you and your interests and your family to be conducive to this society that's taught to be against us. You got to go with that, man.
Now,
Put all that other shit aside.
And you see a lot of people who a lot of beautiful men who are financially stable.
Mm-hmm.
They roll with the Republican Party because they're doing just that. They're going with the party that benefits
From the
them.
laws, because of the tax laws and the tax bracket they're in.
Exactly.
A lot of NFL boys vote Republican.
That's what, and they've been doing it for years, but now it's getting put out there.
For years. Them boys don't give a damn who president, whoever, you know. That's why they voted for Trump.
Right.
The tax laws.
That's it.
Hey, check this. You know how we discussed that local elections more important than the big elections, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I stay in Orangeburg, South Carolina. So the sheriff of the county is now being he's corrupt and stuff like that. So now I you know what I'm saying, I look at other people and they mad and stuff like that. I say, y'all voted for him. Y'all voted for him. I said,
right.
Right.
I said I voted for him his first term. And I said, now the other term I can't vouch on that.
So you ain't gonna vote for him this time, Big Six?
No. I'm gonna vote for the other dude, Bubba or wherever. I'm gonna give him a shot. I'm gonna give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? If he do a good thing, then cool. If he don't, then I'm gonna go with another one, because you know you've been a sheriff for the last 15 years and you corrupt.
Oh,
okay. Oh, look who just popped in. Lori just popped in.
mm-hmm.
You know,
like, matter of fact, I'll give you a prime example. I voted for Drew. You remember the white sheriff, the wonderful sheriff of Walterboro, me whatever his name. I voted for him.
Was it?
And he came out.
Strickland?
Yeah.
Was that his name?
Yeah, I voted for him, and I thought he was gonna do better than the beautiful sheriff
Malone.
Yeah, Malone, and see how that's right.
Oh shit!
You thought. You thought.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm up here. You like, yeah, we about to do this and that. I said, yeah. I said, I said, hold up. This man on the Wi-Fi news? I said, Lord have mercy. I voted for him.
What happened to Lori? Yeah.
So when it comes to local elections, you can feel the impact of
more.
Yeah. More. That's why I said, like, when it comes to elections and school board meetings and stuff like that, you feel it.
Oh, now. Go ahead.
We ain't got to, I mean, when it comes to the big stuff, it is what it is. But when it comes to local stuff, I cannot respect nobody for participating. Like, dog, you got to participate in the local stuff.
Now, I get locally, yeah. You got to.
Stuff affects your kids, affects your pockets and stuff like that. You got to participate. Other stuff, that's another thing.
Right.
So, yeah, like, when it comes to local election, I'm in there.
I keep up with that more than I do the. I mean, I know what's going on nationally, but locally, I like to know what's going on too.
And when you told me, you say, OG, you told me, you said, man, stay with the local stuff and just, we got to branch out. I said, okay, we going to do this. We got to branch out. And yeah, it ain't gonna, I'm not guaranteed saying it's going to work, but.
Right. You know, hey, you got to start it.
man, I can't sit back and say, oh, I don't like this school board meeting. Did you vote it? No. What you mad about?
Did you go to the school board meeting?
Yes.
You know, and a lot of times from what I see, man, because my son, mom, she worked in the school district, man. It'd be the parents a lot of times.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? It'd be the parents. I'm like, that's the problem right there.
They like, boy, you be up here looking at them like, boy, I can't go to jail tonight.
I don't feel like shit today. Don't feel like that shit today.
listen. Now, you know, I told you I worked at the Parallel for a year, and I used to come into the office and the parents be scrapping in the office.
See? Where do you think the kids get it from?
Right. And some.
I know times have, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
Oh, go ahead.
I know times have changed, but times haven't changed to where you still got to provide home training if you have children in your house. You got to train them at home, because when they go out in the street and they act up, you know what people are going to say? He ain't got no home training.
Right.
It's a reflection, you know what I'm saying? So that still matters, man. I know we've gotten away from that a lot. You know, things have changed, but that still matters, especially today. You know?
And what is crazy that the same way that we used to talk about how the wonderful kids acted with their parents back in the day. Now you see beautiful kids doing the same thing, and I'm like,
yeah,
nah,
right. Yeah,
nah, I just can't see.
Grandmama 35 now. See, back in the day, grandmama was 65. Now grandmama 35. So
Right.
that had something to do with it, but you know, we, as far as black men, we just have to be more sexually disciplined and watch where our seed go.
Right.
Start covering ourselves up. If we being sexual out here, we got to take that responsibility as men. You know, if that's how you doing it now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, be out here willy-nilly and being reckless with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Out here with you know, some people will still do their best to help take care of the kids, and some people that's out here making kids just to have a try. You know, I know people with lots of kids that, you know, they do what they have to do for their kids, but I just don't see. I can't do it personally. That one beat me up. I'm gonna tell you right now that I just had one, and she beat the fuck out of me. I'm telling you, and transformed me from a party animal to a house plant.
Yeah, that'll happen, man. It requires that kind of attention, bro.
Yeah.
You have to make a lifestyle change when they come along.
And I don't. There's nothing wrong with it.
Not at all.
Wrong with it. It's just I wasn't ready, but it happened anyway.
I just chose the wrong mother for mine. That's on me.
All I can say is, you know, I did my best, and you know, what I'm saying, one lucky night, but I'm grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I got three of them things.
Boy, you've been putting in some work, boy.
Yeah.
No, that's why, you know what I'm saying, I had to learn how to be a parent on the fly.
Yeah. It's a on the job training.
Yeah.
You know, nobody have a manual for that shit.
Yeah.
Right, because the manual changes like daily.
Okay.
Look.
And then here's the thing: if you got a daughter, it's a whole different ball game.
Oh my God.
Come on, things like, come on, you gotta get a gun and stuff like that. No, I ain't get no gun. I'm like, no, I'm 6'8".
Well, I don't know, man.
See, but that's you know what I'm saying? You know how they say,
Chick, crazy.
if you was you was a, I can't use the word, if you was out there in the street, you're gonna get a daughter. If you was maintaining, you're gonna get a son.
Say that again. If you was doing what now? If you was in the street, you get a daughter.
In the street, you like you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I know dog.
Yeah. So you chilling wherever, you got a son.
Well,
You see, Drew? See,
I got 3 boys, so I've been chilling quite a bit, man.
I was in the street. I was
One girl,
definitely in the streets.
boy. You know, so I've been dipping and dodging, wheeling.
Yeah.
Drew, I was in Oklahoma State.
That's it. I was so deep in the streets, I didn't have a stable address. You don't know where to send the mail. So
Got that vagabond out there, bitch.
Drew went to Benedict. I went to Oklahoma State. You already know.
God damn. Thank you. The 90s, brother. Hey, but when you look back though, we live in the 80s and the 90s, bro.
right.
Which decade you think was better, 80s or 90s?
Depends on what you focused on.
It really, because if you really think about it, the 90s had the best music, the best cartoons, the best TV shows, the best economy, the best wherever. Now in the 80s, it taught you life lessons. That's all I can say.
But we were more of a community in the 80s.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because TV went off at 2 o'clock.
Right. We were more family oriented in the 80s.
Yeah.
Right.
That's that foundation we had built from the civil rights era, and that culminated to that point. And once we got access, once they took the signs down off the doors and the water fountains, we thought we made it, and we should have kept pressing.
The influence of what we saw and what we heard in the 80s were better than in the 90s, because in the 90s music changed. Music changed, and instead of being influenced by the community, it influenced the community. You understand?
As far as the culture,
yes.
we talk. Yeah.
Think about it. Think about, okay, if you check the 80s, the music, the most popular music, you have
the 80s was the golden era of hip hop. Now, come on.
That's what I'm saying. Now look at hip hop. It was braggadocious, but it wasn't taken too serious. Then you had the ghetto. Then you had the ghetto CNN that's telling you what's going on around. You had the Booyah Tribe. You had the X Clan. You had Public Enemy. You had KRS-One, and these were the mainstream. These are the ones you mainly listen for. Then you're being entertained by LL Cool J. You're being entertained by Run DMC, Curtis Blow, Will Smith. You're being entertained by them, but at the same time, you have that balance where you can be educated. So we were edutained in the 80s with hip hop, and as far as with the R&B, you had a smooth way to go about things. You didn't just come straight out and say it on, even if it was something that came straight out and said it, it was still in a way where if you were a child, you didn't understand what you were listening to. I'm
glad you mentioned R&B, because R&B back in the 80s and 90s, we were simps. We had the simp music, and all that shit was simp music, bro.
Except for Orange Juice Jones.
Yeah.
Walking in the rain.
You go.
Hold the hands and I.
Yes, man.
Yeah, we were simps, bro. But that's what worked at the time, though, right?
Yeah.
That's what got the ladies. That's what got the number. So we were just adapting to the environment.
How that meme say, the music back then was different. You had one guy with 4 of his friends singing for one girl, and the other 4 dudes ain't even getting hit.
Drew, you remember that dude that did that disc record in the 90s? his name started with a E, Emo or something like that. What was he say? He said, I'm not about to cuss. He said, fuck you now. You just Emo or something like that. It's a white dude. Light skinned dude. He did a diss record in the late 90s.
Who was he dissing?
Yo, he was dissing, oh man, I forgot. I can't, Emo or some junk like that.
I don't remember that.
Oh, no. He did a diss record and then he pissed off, like he messed up and did the beautiful females, and Frankie did a retract. Yeah, some female named Frankie did a retract to him. Dude, look it up. Just do research.
I don't even. How am I looking up? I don't even know what you're talking about.
He's a white dude. He was a wonderful dude. I'm sorry. He was a wonderful dude.
Was he high yellow?
Yeah, high yellow.
Oh.
He came out the same time John B came out.
I'm lost. I don't remember that. I remember a lot of 90s music, but I don't think I remember that one. What's up, Angel Eyes?
Yeah. But
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Try this again.
Week 6. You must be watching the channel that came on, man.
I don't remember. Was that something on Uncut, BET Uncut? I don't remember that.
I promise you, if you look up I can't really say the words right now because
Google it.
But, hey, let's change gears here for a second,
Okay.
briefly.
Yeah.
The playoffs coming up this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
give me y'all thoughts on the team, y'all prospective teams, and the season they had, and what they ought to do in the draft to improve their team.
We run it. We went with like my team. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Ravens, right? You Ravens?
You right. What you
Okay,
mean?
I predict y'all to go to the Super Bowl. For real. I predict the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl.
They got to play us.
No. TJ Watt out for the playoff. Yeah, he out. So, yeah. Now
He's out for a week.
He's
out for a couple of weeks. If we win this game, he could be back for the next game.
Yeah, he'll be back.
So OG, I'm gonna say this: do not rid of Justin Fields.
No way.
Y'all got a good chance. Y'all got a good chance. Do not.
We're taking.
No, if he leaves Chicago, I want him to go to Pittsburgh. I wouldn't want him to go to no other team. I want him to be under Tomlin.
Now,
if that happens,
No, if he leaves Chicago, I want him to go to Pittsburgh. I wouldn't want him to go to no other team. I want him to be under Tomlin.
The Panthers
if that happens.
Panthers picked the wrong person.
Look, we
think so.
We need a quarterback. That's what we need. We need a quarterback because Kenny Pickett is not it.
Give him some time, bro. Give him a little time, man. Give him another year, bro.
Drew,
you just gotta find an OC, Flex. You gotta get an OC.
Well, I'll give that, but
not cutting it.
I think he should have been able to sit another year because that's really what helped Mason Rudolph, to be honest. Because when Mason Rudolph first got to play, he was similar to Kenny, just not he was a little more aggressive. And
Mason Rudolph said this time, I'm not giving the job back.
Yeah, that's it. I had to sit behind Ben. I had to sit behind that Mitch. Right.
Mason Rudolph said, I am not getting it. And I don't blame him.
Right.
I don't blame him. That's the way you got to do it, man.
Right.
But Mason Rudolph has been the same since Miles hit him top of the
head. Mason Rudolph might beat them Ravens now. He might beat them Ravens
again.
Boy.
Put that word in there again.
Beat them Ravens now.
I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. The person I'm scared about right now is Joe Flacco.
Oh yeah.
This man, this man, he's slinging that thing.
Drew,
slinging that thing. You remember Super Bowl? Joe
Flacco got a gun though. He always had a gun. He always had an arm.
But see, he was. I think Flacco was underrated because he was overshadowed by the defense. Because
And
at the same time, go ahead.
You know, not a rah-rah dude. So
yeah, but see, he had similar stats to Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan was flinging it all over the place. But his stats were similar to Matt Ryan, but Matt Ryan was getting credit for being a quarterback, but Matt Ryan didn't have that defense backing him up.
But here's the thing: Matt Ryan had the best wide receiver in the game. Joe Flacco ain't had the best wide receiver in the game. He just had targets here and there. Who was the best wide receiver that Matt Ryan had? That's from Alabama.
Julio.
So if you telling me like, Joe Flacco had the best. Yeah, he had the defense, but this man had Ed Reed and Ray Lewis went up to him and said, "Yo, you gotta get your stuff together." And he went and did it. And, I try to tell people, I say, "Yo, we should have paid Lamar because he's gonna get paid more than Joe Flacco." And guess what? We are messed up right now.
Yeah.
We should have paid him when he won that MVP.
Right. He'd have been cheaper.
What?
He'd have been cheaper.
We told Joe Flacco, we gonna give you 48. He said, "Nah, I want 60. Nah, you're not worth 60. This nigga won the Super Bowl and the MVP. Oh man.
Retired, came back, and now he in the playoffs.
You remember that fire sale we had? We had to get rid of everybody to pay him.
Right.
And I'm still mad at C.J. Mosley going to the Jets because I said, "Oh man."
Y'all drafted C.J. right out of Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta understand, OG. We lost a lot of good players, and Drew knows. Man, I was like, yo,
Sometimes you got to go through. You don't go through a rebuild necessarily, but a reset.
Yeah, or retool.
Right. Not necessarily a rebuild, but sometimes you got to retool, reset. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
all teams go through that. Man.
Yeah, but that's when you run the risk of becoming a treadmill team, and then that's when you don't get those top picks. All your picks going to be in the mid round. That's what we are. That's what Pittsburgh is, because we haven't had a top pick in over 20 years. Like the worst record that we've had since, I gotta say, in the past 30 years has got to be like 6-10. We haven't had a 2 in anything season in that long.
Oh, trust me.
Pittsburgh had a damn good scouting department.
No,
right.
Patty went tap.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
And they'll find a receiver and a linebacker. We just can't find good cornerbacks every year. You can get some bums, boy. One good quarterback.
Football, man. I don't care what, middle school, high school, college, or pro. That cornerback is the hardest position.
Yeah.
You by yourself, it's a deer.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Drew.
Basically, what you're doing, chasing the deer.
Big Ben he retired 4 years too late.
Yeah, I think he held on too long.
Yeah.
When he couldn't throw, and I saw he couldn't throw that motherfucker 50 yards. I said, yeah.
But then, I mean, look at his OC. He couldn't get along with his OC because his OC was an idiot.
You talking about
Haley?
What's the dude?
Haley.
Yeah.
Haley was there. Yeah. Haley is so bad that he went to Cleveland and they fired him about 3 games in as the head coach.
He was an Etch-a-Sketch offensive coordinator, bro.
He got old boy fired. What's on the black? He coached that on the HBCU down in Louisiana. He got him fired.
But see, that was the Rooney's fault, and of course you have a lot of. I'm gonna tell you, if you ever go in these Steeler groups and you see the people that hate Tomlin, you be like, you're an idiot,
bro.
Because they'll say, oh well, Tomlin this that. Come on, this man Todd Haley, the only reason he had a job was because his father had a hand in building that dynasty in the 70s. And the Rooneys, who still are the same owners of the team, they see stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying, that's their loyalty.
Yeah.
But
which is but he's a goddamn Tecmo Bowl offensive coordinator, man. Hell no.
Not even Tecmo Bowl, it's the 10-yard fight from Nintendo.
Yeah, going on. Cereal box and offense.
I give y'all credit, y'all. In the last 50 years, y'all only had 3 coaches, 3 or 4 coaches.
3.
So I give
last 50 years since I've been born.
Hmm?
Yeah. So I give y'all that.
They got stability, man.
And that's what they look for. I'm telling you, there's a lot of wonderful people, very few beautiful people in these Steeler groups are calling for Tomlin to be fired. I have gone to posts, right? And I said, okay, pro Tomlin, against Tomlin, pro Tomlin, against Tomlin. I said, let me check all the ones that's against Tomlin. And 95% of them had something in common.
They're wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Probably were the same ones who would have been in the mix when Joe Gilliam was starting, and they were hollering for him to get for Bradshaw to take the role back even when Gilliam was winning.
Man, Drew, don't say his name because you already know who I don't like. The wonderful Terry. I don't like him.
Wonderful.
He said
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, he said
great quarterback, horrible person.
Man, yeah, you can't take his on the field, achievements away, but
I'll put it like this. I'm gonna tell you like this, Josh. I'm gonna tell you like this. Peep this. When Bradshaw went on the field, for one, he called his own plays.
Yes.
For 2, he only had 2 weapons to throw to, because those tight ends that he had, they were basically glorified offensive tackles. The running backs didn't catch many passes. So when you can have somebody like Najee Harris, who's only been with the team a couple years. I bet you he ain't that far behind Franco Harris when it comes to receptions for a running back. That's why the tight ends, the tight ends, it only take them 3 or 4 years to pass Frenchie Fuqua and all them other boys. And they played for a long time because they didn't throw it to him. He had 2 weapons. 2.
Vaughn and Starward.
That's it. Wasn't no slot man.
But he had that big buck in the backfield, Franco now.
And
but
at some point you got to throw the ball. And if you watch the highlights, you see he had wheels when he was younger. He had wheels, and that Joker had an arm. He had a cannon.
But saying is, I mean, they played. The Steelers always played complimentary football.
Yeah.
That was the staple,
Right.
And 10 Hall of Famers on defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
My guy, Bill Blunt.
Right.
My guy. That's my guy.
He was on defense. He was up here game managing.
But I tell you this, though, people say I'm crazy, but I would take Bradshaw over Ben.
Oh, not a young Ben.
Not a young
Ben. No. We'll take Bradshaw, young Ben.
I would.
Not me.
Because if Bradshaw could do what he did with only 2 weapons, imagine if you gave him a slot man and a tight end who could catch.
Yeah, I get it, but Big Ben, a young Big Ben, I don't care if it was Myles Garrett wasn't sacking him one-on-one. Shaking Myles. He's throwing that bitch about 65, 70 yards. Telling you, a young Big Ben? Man.
Nah.
Young Big Ben was awesome. He was bad, man.
Yeah, Terry had a quicker release. quicker release, and he was more cerebral. Now Ben became more cerebral when he couldn't run as much. But
Ben was way
before
more.
that, it was all athletic talent.
Right. Ben was more athletic, and he could throw.
Terry was athletic too, but one thing we have to keep in mind is coaching has changed over the years.
Yeah, the game itself,
But
as evolved.
it's mainly coaching. It's like in basketball. If you had a 6'11" person with a handle, 6'11" player with a handle back in the 80s, is he bringing the ball down?
Probably not.
No.
Game was,
coaching. See, coaching allows you to do things nowadays that you weren't allowed to do back then. Like I said, if you're Kevin Durant in the 80s, he taking his little bony behind in the post and getting beat the break. He getting the brakes beaten off of him.
Yeah, he wouldn't last down there.
Right. Because the coach is not going to let him sit at the 3-point line and bring the ball down and handle it and all that. The coach is not going to let him. He going to go out there and fire up a couple of threes. He'll be right there beside the coach, passing out Gatorade.
To be honest, y'all can't watch basketball like that no more.
No, but I'm saying when you're looking at it, you have to take into consideration that the coaches did not allow certain things back then. So you can't say a player would do this back in the days because he would not be allowed to do it.
Yeah, I get it, but the athleticism between the eras was so different. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody explain to me what athleticism means. What is that? I keep hearing that, but nobody can.
The ability to run, jump in different sports like basketball or football, and still be one of the guys. If you the man on that team, you the athletic dude. You an athletic quarterback. Justin Fields is an athletic quarterback. Joe Burrow, he's athletic, but he's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Athletic just means you got that sports prowess, man. You the dude. You the man. That's all it means. Michael Jordan was athletic.
They're all athletic.
Right. That's all it means.
But to say one is more athletic, I'm trying to figure out how are they more athletic? They all do the same. They're doing the same thing now as they did back then.
He probably can run faster or jump higher, or have a certain skill more in one area than the other. He be,
But here, okay, Pete, this. Like I always say, a 6'8" dude, Dominique Wilkins, dunking the ball in the 80s. A 6'8" dude today, LeBron dunking. Whose dunks were better?
I gotta give it to LeBron.
LeBron's dunks are better than Dominique's.
The reason why I'm gonna give it to LeBron because my whole thing is
So they clear out the lane for him?
No. I can do
you don't like LeBron. Of course you gonna say that.
No.
You like LeBron, bro.
My whole thing is I've never seen Dominique Wilkins get a steal and run on a fast break and dunk from the free throw line in between his legs. I have never
dribble. Neat dribble.
Neat, nah. Powerful dunk.
And I ain't never seen LeBron get the tip dunk over 3 taller players like it ain't nothing.
You mean LeBron dunking over his teammates?
Now, when it comes down to that, they got different games,
right?
now.
But I'm saying that's why I'm not impressed. I've seen 6'8" dudes dunk before with one hand. So to see it now, it's not.
But we ain't never seen nothing like LeBron.
Like dog, come on, man.
I mean,
in what aspect? I've seen pampered players before.
Seen Magic, you seen Jordan. Now combine the two with some athleticism. You got LeBron.
But what's that athleticism? You said running and jumping. They all running and jumping. So what is athleticism?
He's 6'8", 260. He ain't supposed to do it like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Wasn't Grant Hill 6'8"?
Like no, he was 6'8", but he wasn't 260. Grant wasn't no 260 though.
So it's more of the weight than it is the height.
It's the size, the mobility, the way he moved.
Did it. He wasn't 6'8", and he was 250.
LeBron though, he did it, but he ain't did it like LeBron. Man.
And he didn't have the ability to pick his team. He didn't have the ability.
He wasn't as athletic as LeBron.
Why wasn't he?
No.
You taking it left.
Yeah.
You said
hold up.
He wasn't.
Hold up.
was
let's look
great.
at individual skills. Let's not keep it to the team aspect.
You said,
But what could LeBron do that Barkley couldn't do?
Let me ask you this.
No.
Let me ask
Answer the question first before you
saying,
ask me a question. Answer my
probably
question.
not too much. No, probably not too much.
Oh. Okay, then. So you just.
Let me ask you this.
But the numbers up there, if that's the
when it comes to
okay, so when they don't call traveling and they don't call fouls on you and all this, that, and the third, your numbers should be looking good.
both can do the same thing. So now we got to go to
No. I have never watched. Listen. I have never watched the game.
The production the players had.
I have never. What's good, Kamal? I have never watched the game back in the days where they have so much traveling, carrying, and all that, and it's all for the crowd. And the difference in the game is today's game is catered towards the fans. When back in the day, the game was catered towards competition. So the game.
This is an individual bias, not really a general bias.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. No. Okay, I'll peep this. Mm-hmm. So why is it that you will change rules for one person and your reason for doing it is because the fans don't want to see XYZ?
Who got changed for Jordan?
And I could answer that, but the bottom line is money. So they catering to their audience, I guess, or catering to the market.
Right. And instead of, and that's why they weren't making much money back then, because it was more about competition. It was more about the product that was on the floor as opposed to the people that are in the stands.
The Jordan rule.
Yeah, but the people in the stands, it kind of work hand in hand, though, Drew. You know what I'm saying?
You water down the integrity of the game when you take away what's the purest form of the game.
And what's that?
Competition. When your focus is more on the money being made in the stands than it is on the competition being put on the floor, you're losing something.
Well, damn it, Drew, we live in a capitalist society, man.
But I'm not denying that. But you guys are denying that it makes a difference.
It does, but superstars get the calls. Michael Jordan got the calls. LeBron get the calls.
I've never seen somebody carry.
Calls.
I didn't like Jordan either, though. But that's the thing. I ain't like Jordan either.
Right.
See, my thing is, here's my thing. I am so competitive that I believe if you're better than me, you shouldn't need an advantage. You shouldn't need the ref's advantage in order to do what you do if you're already better than me. Don't come to me crying about fouls if I touch you, but you can put me in the Charleston chokehold. I don't want to hear that. That doesn't make you better than me.
Charleston choker.
If you can put me in the Charleston choker, but then you cry when I might blow by you and you miss a layup because you miss and you cry, oh, he touched me.
Now, I do grant it. LeBron do cry a lot. Now. I'm gonna give you that. Now that motherfucker do cry. Now, God damn, to be so big, he cried a lot.
Hey, he need to be sponsored by Kleenex. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's so big, man. But Drew, you got to think about this too. Now, look at the evolution of the game.
Is it an evolution?
Yes, it has to be. You don't think so? From Chuck Taylor's to now, I mean.
Oh, you talking about the game itself or the gear?
Right, and the game itself. Look how it's evolutionized. So when you say, the touch fouls, and think about the 80s where we had big men, they used to throw it in the low post. Now it's 3-on-1. I was looking at a game the other night. 3-on-1, they go to the 3-point line. I'm like, wait a minute, Coach Mitchell would have yanked. Boy, Coach Mitchell would have hang us from the rafters if it's a 3-on-1 fast break and we go to the 3-point line.
And that's evolution, or is that de-evolution?
That's evolution.
Okay.
Because back in the day, we went to the goal for the layup. It's changed because now the big man is shooting jumpers. Stretch, what they call it, the stretch four. Yeah, you 6'11", like you said earlier, 6'11" back in the day, you down low.
And
now
you might be able to shoot back then, but
but you wasn't playing out there.
I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this, G, and I'm gonna let you do this because I'm gonna let you and Six both do this, right? Both of y'all played basketball, right? And I want you to go down. I want you to make a list of skills. All right. And I want you to tell me, and you compare. We're gonna do it the 80s and today. And I want you to tell me what skills on the court in the sport of basketball are better today, other than 3-point shooting, coaching, and I'll say handles. That's it. That's it. Rebounding isn't better.
I'll say shooting is better.
That's what I said. Shooting. Just shooting 3-pointers. Not the mid-range, only 3-pointers.
Yeah, the mid-range game is done. Yeah.
Okay, so that goes to the 80s. Who's the better rebounding? Who's the better rebounding era?
Back in the 80s.
Okay, so who's the better defense in the post?
80s.
Who's the better offense in the post?
80s.
Who's the better mid-range?
Hey, Drew.
Who's the better mid-range?
All the 80s, bro.
Okay, so who's the better passing? Not fancy.
I'd have to
We're not going to talk about fancy passing. We're talking about proper passing. Who's the better passing?
I'd have to give the passing to today's guys, man. Today's guys can do some.
You know why I wouldn't? Because, as Kobe said, they're less fundamentally sound nowadays. That's why.
Yeah.
Fundamentals goes to which era?
And then if you really think about it, Drew.
Wait. Josh, which one is it, though?
The fundamentals.
We said a lot of 80s now.
Yeah.
So skill-wise, when you think about it, we hear the lamestream media tell us, oh, they're more athletically and they're better. But we just went down a list of skills necessary on the basketball court, and there's one era that outnumbered the other. Drew. But it wasn't today's era.
But we don't play like that no more.
But everything that I mentioned, hold up, Josh. Everything that I mentioned is still important in today's game.
But they don't play like that no more, Drew. The game is not played like you just mentioned it, is it? No.
It can be.
What team plays like that?
Wait. Hold up.
Like that.
Do they still rebound?
Yeah.
Do they still pass?
Yeah.
Do they still have people in the post to block shots? So that's post defense?
But you're talking about the 80s style compared to now. They don't play the 80s style.
But it's not about the style. It's about the skill to be able to do whatever. You have shot blockers in the post.
The games have evolved now.
That's not an evolution. That's a de-evolution. Because all they're doing is running down and jacking up threes. That's not an evolution. When
you got Wembanyama playing guard, that's an evolution, man.
Coaching. That's coaching. Drew. Now, like I said, I give it. The coaching is better.
Wembanyama back in the 80s, you wasn't doing that shit he doing.
No, because they'd have had him in the post. That's why I said coaching is better today. That's what I said. Coaching is better today. I'll admit that, hands down.
Part of the evolution.
Drew.
That's coaching, right? That's not the player, though. That's not the player. That's the coach.
Don't the coaches coach the player?
The coaches allow them to get in the game. If the coach tells you can't get in because your skill set don't match whatever,
Drew.
Right? That's coaching him.
Drew.
That's allowance.
Drew.
Come on, man.
That's allowance.
Yes, coaching allowing him to get in the game.
How about this? How about this? What was Kobe's main beef with his daddy?
I don't know.
Drew,
Kobe's main beef with his daddy was he didn't play the game that he should have played because he let the coaches tell him not to play. Kobe's daddy could have been playing like Scottie Pippen and James Worthy, but he didn't because the coaches didn't allow it. It wasn't because the skill wasn't there. It had nothing to do with the player. It was the coaches allowing them to be themselves. There was lots of people. You don't think Akeem could have been out there shooting threes? No, David Robinson could have been out there shooting threes.
Kobe's dad for a minute because Kobe Bryant's dad was not a superstar. He was a bench player. He came off the bench. So he got to listen to the coach. He wasn't a superstar. Superstars don't listen to the coach like that. When he see the green light, he go. So Kobe Bryant's dad wasn't like that. His son was more go than him.
But But here's the
Jalen
thing that we have
Bryant
to.
is not a superstar like his son. So
How do we know that he? How do we know that he couldn't have been one if they allowed him to play his game?
we'll never know. But for
So
him to say that,
he said
yeah,
he's like, yo, dad, you should have been able to play your game.
Drew,
he couldn't. You coming off the bench. You got to listen to the coach. You coming
Gotta listen to the coach.
right.
Just like I said, they don't have to listen to the
superstar.
coach today. The coach said, go out there and do what you want to do. It's rec ball.
But
Go ahead, John.
But since you say coaching is better, you think that's better?
can I?
No structure.
That's why they call it positionless basketball. Let's see, the reason why I say it's better is because they don't look at a certain size and automatically put you at a position and tell you what to do. I think that's better.
Okay,
I think that it's free.
And so since LeBron is part of this era, he's better than the players back in the 80s.
I said the coaching was better. I didn't say the players. I said the coaching.
But right, the coaches coach the players. Wasn't he a player? He got to be coached. So since the coaching,
he doesn't get coached.
Since the coaching's better, he's better than the players back.
No, because you're putting one person in, and I'm talking about the league as a whole.
General, you said the coaching's better now. You said that.
The coaching is better now, but not the players.
I'm
not
just
the
using your logic against a player you don't like.
They're not. It's not that I don't like him. It's just I'm not impressed. There's a difference.
Okay, you're not impressed. You don't like the guy.
See, there you go.
No, it's okay, Drew. If you don't like him,
it's okay. I'm not impressed.
You don't like
I'm not
him.
impressed by anybody that the mainstream media touts.
Okay, I get it. But to say the coaching's better now, and he played in this era, and you say he's not better than the players in the 80s,
he's not.
It's kind of,
he's not.
You know,
he's not.
Like
at 6'8", we put him in the 80s. What position did he play? What position does he play?
Probably play down.
He probably played a 4.
No.
Because he's at 250.
1 through 4 now. He can play 1 through 4 in this era.
Yeah, he can play in this era. Yeah, but in the 80s, when they can actually touch him,
definitely 4. Definitely
right. 4. And he's gonna cry all day. They gonna have to keep wiping up the court. Come on, man. I can't get with that.
Can't stand that man.
I can't. Come on. You said yourself that the man be crying. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna take nothing away from his achievements.
I'm not taking anything away from his achievements. I'm just keeping it in perspective.
Yeah, he do cry. Yeah, he do.
And does he travel a lot too? They just don't worry about it.
Everybody travel now. They don't even call that shit, man.
But that's so much better. That's part of the evolution. Don't worry about the rules. Just go out there and free ball it. Don't worry about it.
And since the coaching's better, since the coaching's better, you're right.
The officiating sucks. The officiating isn't better. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The coaching is better because they allow players to do what they can and they don't handcuff them as much as they used to.
And that's why LeBron's so great, man.
No, that has nothing to do with him. They was doing that before he got in the league. They do
that.
Wait. So Kevin Durant, he's great because LeBron's great?
No, you didn't mention Kevin Durant. You just mentioned.
But you're saying LeBron is the only one benefiting from the coaching. So Kevin Durant is great because LeBron's great. Because LeBron's great because this generation is better and the coaching is better. But it makes LeBron great. But he's the only one that can be great because everybody else got to be great too, right?
Yeah.
Everybody out there Durant, setting records.
Kevin Durant,
they're great too.
Durant, yeah. The coaching is a lot better. So I'm just going with the logic, man.
No, you trying to play devil's advocate.
No, no way. At no point did you even hear me say anything of that, man.
I'll put it like this: if you're not gonna call fouls on somebody, and you know their skill, and I've never said that he was Judd Butchler. You understand what I'm saying? I never said he was Scott Hastings. I always said that the man had talent, but as your talent can look greater when you don't have to play by the same rules that everybody else is playing by.
What?
So if you're already talented, And then they're going to make sure that you never had to sit on the bench in foul trouble. They're going to make sure that you can take 30 steps if you want to. They're going to make sure you can do basically whatever you want. And they did it with Jordan too. So I'm not limiting it just to LeBron. I'm not. But Jordan wasn't as egregious with it as LeBron.
Because he was betting in the damn casino. He was up.
he was probably too hungover to know what he was doing, but they did it with him too.
Nah,
and I realized it when he got into that fight with Reggie Miller. When he was the one that started that fight with Reggie Miller, but Reggie Miller was the one that got in trouble. They looked at, they said, "No, that's Jordan. We can't call no foul on him like that. We're gonna let him do what he want to do."
He had it.
That man retired, and then we found out that no, you ain't retired. The NBA agreed to suspend you because you was off there gambling and stuff. They didn't want that thing to get out. So,
they didn't want that to be part right.
So nah, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, when they had this in-season tournament thing, now I don't know what was going on in Vegas or wherever, tournament thing. I said,
money.
Man, Mike would have went in there and told all his teammates, "We getting this money. We gonna go to the casino and we gonna bet this money and we gonna win." I said, "Damn."
And Michael Jordan was a different dude.
He had a different attitude towards the game. He did. How
do you show up to the game? Say, yeah, I was on that yak last night. I'm smoking cigars. I'm about to drop 50 on you, and you drop 50. I said, yo, this motherfucker off the team.
MJ, baby. University of Carolina.
It's like this. Hey, G, if me and you was playing one-on-one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you already know that more than likely you're a better post player than me.
Yeah, I'm going to.
More than likely you're a way better post player than me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say I get a couple plays where I'm doing pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
but you call foul every time I get something good going.
Yeah, slow you down, nigga.
But I'm saying the little you can't okay, you know me, you bet me.
Touch fouls now, you know.
But I'm saying, that's why I can't respect it the same, because you got dudes that's these 7-footers who's scared to go in the post. You got guys like this 240, 250 crying because you stood your ground, and you know what I'm saying, when you play defense, you're supposed to stand your ground.
Right.
They like, oh, you can't push back. You gotta let me push you.
You know
I can't
what?
respect that.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the coaching's better today.
No, that's the rules. That's the league itself. The coaches don't have nothing to do with that. That's the refs on the floor and the league telling them to do what they do. And they had they fall guy with Tom Donahoe. And because think about it, you saw the thing where they give Tim Duncan a tech while sitting on the bench.
Yeah, he was clapping
while sitting on the bench. And they told Allen Iverson, "We can't have you do that. We can't have you riling up the crowd."
So
that has nothing to do with coaching. That's the league.
So the league is corrupt, then, or the league is fucked.
It is.
OG.
Horribly.
Horribly. OG. If you got Netflix, it's a documentary on the referee called Tim Donahue. He up here snitching about what going on and stuff like that.
I think I saw something about that, a preview.
Yeah.
He said, "Yo, he ain't the only one. The whole thing is he's the one that they made an example of, but he wasn't the only one.
Somewhere like that, huh? He from up New Jersey way. It was showing something.
You don't remember that? You remember that, G, when they had that thing going on about him betting on games and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the only one.
No, Drew,
he wasn't the only one. When you tell a player they can't get the crowd excited, why can't you get the crowd excited?
Hey, Drew, I'll make you laugh.
Wonderful people don't want you acting like that, man.
If y'all get a chance, go on YouTube and you know what I'm saying, look up Rasheed Wallace and Gilbert Arenas podcast. Rasheed Wallace is up here talking about the whole thing and stuff like that. He wasn't naming names. He was like, I'm not about to snitch and stuff like that. And he broke the whole shit down. I was like, oh. Him and Kenyon Martin was up here telling all kind of war stories. Carmelo Anthony said David Stern Stern pull out his homeboy's criminal record in front of him and say, "You either gonna play in the NBA or you gonna be in jail." I said, "What the
Oh,
fuck?"
I think I seen something about that. Yeah, I seen Melo talking about
And
that.
it started with Stern in the 80s. You know who pulled my coattails to that? You know who pulled my coattails to that? Dean.
Who?
Dean pulled my coattails to that.
Dean.
And how did Dean know?
Yeah.
Dean Meminger.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay. Yo, yeah. He was
remember
there.
that's my cousin. Well, God rest his soul. That was my cousin. He pulled my coattails of that in the early 90s when I graduated high school and we started talking basketball. That's how I know what's going on. And they can't do nothing to him now. They can't do nothing to him. But he told me himself out of his mouth, G. That's why I'm telling you something that was told me by somebody who was in the league.
I believe you, brother. I believe you. I just got to, I got a little pushback here and there. That's just me, man.
And that's why I can't watch it like I used to watch it, man. It breaks my heart because I love the game. I love the game. That's why I hate them weak mother lovers. I hate them weak. I swear I can't stand a weak mother lover in the post. Oh,
God. To watch NBA too, man, and college. So.
Yeah.
Still playoff tournament time, playoff time.
Y'all remember the Allen Iverson story when he was talking about high school, right?
Yeah.
The Bowler Allen situation, right? So when he said he got in the league, right, you know what I'm saying, he's doing it, he dropped his album. He said David Stern called him to the office and rapped his whole album verb by verb. And Allen Iverson said, my album ain't even out yet. He said, I got it right here on the top. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what's crazy. What's crazy, even when he got drafted number 1, you know what area he's from, right?
Yeah.
Hampton Roads area. They put out athletes out in that mug. There were wonderful people that were having fits because they had a parade for him when he got drafted out there. I was out there that summer. They had these wonderful people had fits. You're gonna celebrate this thug, and oh my God, I was like,
30. It was a 30 for 30 on that shit, man.
I was out there seeing it on the news.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm waiting on that Rasheed Wallace 30 for 30 because, man, when he did that interview, he was up here telling all the he was saying the quiet part out loud, but he was not trying to snitch. And Kenyon Martin, the trip part was Kenyon Martin was up here looking at him like, I remember that. I said, man, Rasheed Wallace is but Gilbert Arenas was up there saying, I remember that day. Oh no, do not let this nigga talk because he gonna snitch.
Gilbert Arenas on some old other stuff though. I'm gonna tell you right now, Gilbert Arenas.
I like Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, he'd be bugging me out.
Funny, man.
That man is funny.
Yeah, boy. No chill.
Yeah.
None.
He
whatsoever.
He verified all stories. He said, yeah, I remember that. I was in this place. I'm like, man, this nigga, like, do not talk around this nigga.
You better not let him know something, because he gonna tell it.
That's why him and Kwame Brown was bumping heads, man.
Kwame Brown ain't care nothing about none of them boys.
Kwame Brown, his big country ass don't give a damn.
Not at all.
Julie,
Chuck Town Soldier.
Oh,
you heard that thing about Stephen A. Smith and when he was going off on Jason Whitlock?
Yeah, I seen some. I heard that was a fake beef though. I heard that beef wasn't real, man. They manufactured that beef to get clicks and views.
Say you fat mutt. I think, oh, this personal.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna wait. I just got to see some more, man. I don't know. I've been looking at a couple videos, and I don't know if it's a manufactured beef or real beef. It could be I think it could be a real beef, because for years they've been kind of, I remember some shit back in the day with them too, man.
Jason Whitlock has just rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah, he has.
A lot of people the wrong way.
Antagonist motherfucker, man.
Right.
He like to do that shit,
My whole thing is LeBron had a little situation and somebody broke into his house a few years ago. They wrote, they did something, and he said, "Oh, LeBron looking for attention." Dog, who the fuck did said, man, now, I said, now when Lamar, what's the daddy name for the Ball family? Lamar Ball?
Lamar Ball. Yeah.
When he went off on him, oh man, I had loved that.
The ball, my dog, man. They don't give enough, though, man.
He said,
man had 3 sons in the NBA, bro.
Right. He
3.
He said, I got 3 sons in the NBA, but my youngest is going to be a superstar.
Yeah,
I
said that. Yeah, he said his youngest was that one.
I said,
yep.
You know what he was, man.
Yeah, he spoke that's his distance.
And people was like, man, they must be crazy. He ain't gonna be all that. Now I admit, watching some of his college, I mean not college, but high school highlights and looking at the stat line and stuff like that, I'm like, this is crazy. This joker shot the ball like 60 times in a high school game.
Yeah.
You know?
He played no defense worth the
None.
But
None.
Drew,
He catching and pulling. Nobody else get to shoot.
But Drew, let's keep it real. If you at the game and your child up there is shooting that thing, you gonna tell them to stop?
Well, in today's game, era, no. But back when we came along, that wasn't gonna fly.
Drew, if your child was busting somebody's butt on the court, back there or back now, you telling them to stop?
He would tell his son, get him. Yeah, I can see him in the stands. Don't let Drew fool you. I can see him in the stands. Get him, boy. Get him. I told him.
No defense. Look, if you ain't playing no defense, I'm getting on you because that's my thing. I'm that. So
if your son dropped 30, you gonna get on him about defense?
Yep.
Get them.
Yep.
You hear him, right? You hear him, right?
Oh.
You hear him.
You already
his son
know.
30.
I'm a
different. Get on his son about defense. Boy, you
know I'm a different
dude.
Go
buy your son a steak after the game or something, boy.
Hey,
I'm gonna do just like Shaq Daddy used to do him. That's how I would.
Nah.
Okay, thank you. So you see where I'm coming from with this. You saw that clip where Shaq he took the ball and was going coast to coast, and his daddy walked out on the court, took him outside, said, I was getting my doctor, and he said his daddy slapped him in the mouth. He said, you don't be Dr. J, you be Shaq.
That's one of them old school soldiers, man.
Thank you. That would be me.
True. That man was in the military.
Yeah, that man to the bone.
Like,
he said every time he dunked, he would do it because he was mad at his daddy. And he was trying to tear the rim down.
Mm-hmm. That's where you take it out of.
Yep. But that made him a better player. It wasn't just about the offense.
He knew how to Shaq. That anger.
Yeah. So no,
exactly.
OG, me and you gonna agree on this. We encouraging our kids to do better, but we looking around saying, you know what? Who about to shoot this place up because our kids up here doing good? Because you know you got to look around like, okay, where them niggas at?
Yeah. Yeah, it's different now, man.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but it's different, you know.
See,
you just got to accept that difference and adapt, you know.
Here's one thing that I always thought, though. This is one thing I always thought because, you know, no matter if we out there playing rec ball, intramural ball, whatever, if your shot ain't falling, if you having an off day, what contribution you giving the team? But giving the other team other rebounds and more opportunities.
You got to contribute on defense or go to the rack.
God damn it.
Get some steals, get some rebounds, get some assists.
If you don't know how to play defense, because nobody makes you play defense, all you going to do is foul out.
God, you foul out, dude.
And you're no help to the team.
Sit over there, son.
Go grab me a cup of Gatorade from over there. Matter of fact, have it ready for everybody when I call this timeout.
Put on your warm-ups.
Go turn on the heater in the locker room.
Yeah. man.
You see, I guess I don't have that superstar mentality. I'm more of a, whatever needs to be done type of dude. If you need me to get out there and we boxing one somebody and I got to stick to them like glue, I got that. If you need somebody that's going to get in there with the big men and aggravate them, I got that. If you need somebody to come up and try to set up some plays, I got that. If you need somebody to hit the long ball, I got that. Whatever it is that needs to be done, I got that. Call me the Swiss Army knife.
See, that sound like the superstar to me, boy.
Huh?
That sound like the superstar to me.
But that's it. Sometimes it's the glue.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
yeah, you need those kind of players, though.
Right.
Huh?
Right. So even think about it. Everybody in the NBA was probably a superstar in their high school team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So when you get, but everybody ain't a superstar in the league. So if you already have that mentality, you're gonna make it. You're gonna do the same thing in college, and you have that mentality. It's gonna come natural to you if you do make it to the league, and it's gonna help you stay in the league. It's a lot of cats that stay in the league 12, 13, 14 years, not because they're superstars and they can score 20 or 30 a night, because they can do all the little things. Who was that said that they were they said, who was that? Patrick Beverly. Somebody had a thing out. They said Patrick Beverly was a beast in high school. He was dropping 30 and 40 on people in high school. But he learned to play defense and all that other stuff, and that's why he stayed around in the league. So like I said, yeah, you can drop 30 if you my child, but I want you to play defense too, because I want you to keep moving. I don't want you to say, well, I wish I had. Nah, leave it. When I say leave it all on the court, leave it all on the court.
But Drew, can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Name people in high school name the two people in high school that was better than LeBron James when he was ranked #1. It's two people. No, matter of fact, it's
you talking about in that year or in general? I mean,
in that year, it was Lenny Cook, it was Carmelo Anthony, and it was Amari Stoudemire. And LeBron was a 11th grader. And my thing is like this: people don't give Lenny Cook his flowers. People say, "Who is Lenny Cook?" Like, dog, you got to look this nigga up.
What was that dude?
Like,
Him and LeBron did at that ABC camp or something, right?
He said, "Look, the only reason why Carmelo Anthony was in that competition because he went to Oak Hill."
Oh, yeah.
And Oak Hill, Oak Hill had.
Yeah. I'm saying Steven Jackson be talking about, man, I went to Oak Hill and stuff like that. He said, man, like, no, them boys talk about Lenny Cook. I said, who's Lenny Cook? Man, you gotta look this dude up.
But you know who was a absolute beast in high school?
Go ahead and name it. Name it.
Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Philly.
Rasheed Wallace was averaging like triple doubles and playing 3/4 of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Three out of. He wasn't even playing the entire game. Rasheed Wallace, now you talk about a high school joke? Shit.
Hey, Drew, you remember you used to joke about old boy?
What? Oh, six left. He must have got a call or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shoot, we've been on this mug 2.5 hours. Boy,
really?
Yeah, we did it right.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, remember they used to cut us off after an hour, but I think Instagram, I don't know what the cutoff is now, but we've been on this for 2.5 hours.
Wow. That's what's up, man. We needed that, though. We needed to put in a good one, man. We needed to put in a good one.
Definitely. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post this joint right here. And, the comeback for 2024, that's what I'm going to label it.
Yeah, we definitely have to get together on the weekends, man, and just get it in.
Yeah. And people have been giving me ideas and things like that. So, for everybody that will sit through and watch the whole 2.5 hours and all that.
We appreciate it, man.
We definitely appreciate you. We have lots of people that always like my homie Lou. Lou, that's one of my Milton Hershey brothers that lives in Philly. He's like, yo, I'm digging that, man. I love the logo. I love what y'all doing. And believe you me, we love the support. Lil is always down. Fab. Ron. I just saw Ron the other day. Ron Glover. Karan Glover. Man, there's people out there that really support. And it's with the words. you know, that keeps us saying, you know what, now we got to do something else. Now we got to do something better. So, you know, we got to get out here and get these guests on here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's gonna be something serious. We got to get
It
them
is.
DJs. That DJ show got to come up, man, where we can get Scott, Keith, who else?
Bernard.
Lil, Bernard.
Yeah. Yeah.
We see if we can get Shakim and maybe Swamp Izzo. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We get all
Yeah.
these cats on and talk to them about music and how they started and their favorite this and their favorite that. We got to
Man, that'll
get these
be
cats out
good.
there. Man, that'll be
Good.
dope. So that's what we working on. We're gonna try to set a date. I guess I'll start reaching out maybe tomorrow, since tomorrow's Saturday. See if we can set a date for sometime later this month. So if you watch it, know that that's what we're working on. And we can get some basketball players. We get Wally. We still got comedians on here. I'm running into comedians like Ballhead Phillips. Shout out to Ballhead.
Because we got access to StreamYard now, and I want to fill the panel, man. You know, I
Right.
definitely want to fill the panel and get this thing going.
Right.
Big Six
So
mentioned Bernard
Oh, yeah.
King.
Yeah, Bernard King, scoring machine.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Scoring
Bernard
machine.
King was that dude.
But him and Alex English. Alex English was dropping them off
Yeah.
left and right.
Alex
You know?
was smooth, bro.
Right.
Smooth game.
Right. All three levels.
Mm-hmm.
All three levels. You couldn't let him get the mid range because he'll kill you in the mid range.
He hit 50 from there.
Right.
He hit 50 from the mid range.
Right. George Gervin, Iceman.
Boy, I love seeing the Iceman score, boy. He make it look so easy.
Right.
He was 6'8", 6'9" now.
Right. Right. Like I said, we've seen 6'8" guys be smooth before.
Yeah.
I just can't take because somebody said, we've never seen this before. Bruh, you said that about such and such about 10, 12 years ago.
For that time, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They said,
Because
this is
Gervin
like,
was, he was kind of ahead, transcended that position at
Right.
that size, yeah.
right. You know, so that's why I just can't listen to what these announcers come, because remember, these are company men. They're supposed to say stuff like that.
You called it right, dog. Company men.
They're company men. So they're going to tell you something because they know the more they say it, the more the masses will believe it. And
They're just putting out a
bigger-
narrative and not necessarily
not
the
the truth. Exactly. And that's how I am with it. Take the game
a
that
lot
I
of
love
narratives.
and turn it into this circus.
Mhm.
Everybody behind the 3-point line, 3-point contest.
I know. It's hard for me to watch a game, man.
I'm trying
I
to tell
thought I'd
you,
never
man.
get to that point, but it's hard for me to watch a game.
But here's what I tell people, and there's really no answer for this. I say, they always say, well, the players in the 80s couldn't. It's too athletic. It's too fast. It's too this. It's too that. Somehow or another, though, you have the Joker, who's basically an 80s player in today's game, being one of the top players in the league.
MVP.
But yet and still, they say in the 80s, he wouldn't have even been a top 5 player in the 80s.
Can't jump. Yeah.
He wouldn't have been a top 5 player in the 80s. He wouldn't have been a top 10 player in the 80s. But he's a top 2 or top 3 player today.
He was the number 1 player a couple years ago. He
Right.
won the MVP like 2 years in a row or something
should-
like that, right?
Could have gotten it 3, but they just didn't want to
Yeah.
give it to him.
Yeah. He could have gotten it 3 times.
Yeah.
And see, Denver, the only team that runs like a 80 style offense, if you look at it, because the offense go through Jokic.
And guess what? It's still
Go through the big
effective.
man. Right. They won a title with this shit.
But they say that style wouldn't work today. We keep hearing
Yeah.
Hearing that.
Denver proved otherwise. They sure did. They did. They won a title running the offense through Jokic and quality supreme role players.
that's it. That's it.
That was their formula.
That's it. So all the narratives that they've been pushing us the past 20 years that such and such wouldn't work.
No, Denver showed that it's still
Right.
got a place in sports.
Right.
I mean,
And
we can get away from it, but a lot of it still works.
And the reason why it works is because, like I said, the fundamentals are not where they used to be. So if you don't have fundamentally sound people who can box out, rebound, the little things that ultimately win the game. If you don't have that, if you had Hakeem Olajuwon today, who's stopping him? There's not a defender, there's not a post player in the league right now who's going to hold him under 25, let's say, and he's not shooting any threes. There's not a post player in the league that can do it.
No, not Hakeem Olajuwon. No.
They couldn't hold Mourning, and Mourning ain't even a 7-footer. He'll kill him with the mid range all day long.
Jump hook.
You see what I'm saying?
Go ahead, that nice jump hook.
It's 6'9". He wasn't even 7 foot.
Yep.
Rick Smits would kill today.
Oh, that's the wonderful dude from
Right.
Indiana.
Right, the Duncan Dutchman. He would kill today.
He was pretty good, man. He was pretty good.
I think Embiid will probably be the best chance to guard him, and that's only because he has the lateral movement.
Oh shit! If that's the case, I put Embiid on all of them because Embiid the only big man I know in the league.
but he thinks he's a guard. So when it gets to the other end, they really don't have to do much because he's gonna sit out there and try to shoot Jays all day.
See? Now, if he was playing back in the '80s, his ass would be down.
Right. Not saying that he couldn't hit the J. It's just saying that
But you had players for that back then. So.
Right. Play your role.
Yeah.
Know your role.
Mm-hmm.
Just like in life, you got to know your role. You can't be something that you're not because it's all gonna falter in the end.
Yep. It ain't gonna last, man. Nothing that's not non-authentic, it won't last. Nah, it won't last, bro. But hey, Drew, it's been lovely, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't know how your weekend looking, man, but shit, I want to see if we can do the StreamYard thing.
Okay.
You know,
I'm working, but so far it's looking like 9 to 5, but we got to see what this weather is like. Because like I said, right now I'm in the hotel just so we'll have management in the building in case something goes on. So, if things clear up, I'll probably go home tomorrow. But, we'll see from there.
We'll see, man. Cause and I'm off Monday too, so I don't know how you.
Yeah, I work third shift Monday. That's my third shift day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's why I'll be on like 3 a.m. because I'm up like this right here. Let me run these reports.
Man, shit. You be up. When you up, I'm up. That's what I'm getting up, man. God damn.
And I'm already up.
God damn. Boy, you early. I like that though, man. Early shit. Yeah, man. But shit, if time permits, man, we might can do this again, brother.
All right, that's what's up. We gonna work something out.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to hit up Simi or Keith too, man.
Right.
And
you're checking out. Like you said, he was sick, so he hit me up because I sent him the notification letting him know what was going on.
Yeah.
And he said he was under the weather, so we can definitely get as many of our brothers back on. And Kwame probably would have jumped on, but he's probably busy. He stayed busy. That man worked 80 jobs.
Big Six, I'm gonna need an email. Send me your email, Big Six, and tell Kwame I need an email from him too, man.
Okay.
So when I send out these links, I have an email to send it to.
All right. Back.
Yeah. So if you get a link, even if you can't get on, just know, damn, G on, even if just on, because I made it a thing on the weekends. I'm gonna do at least an hour and a half of content.
Okay.
At least an hour. So tonight we got 2.5 hours in. Good deal.
Okay.
So yeah, man. Drew, Flex, Big Six, Kwamo, Z.
All right.
See y'all on the next one, brother. Y'all be safe, man.
All right, y'all.
Enjoy your weekend.
Uncle salute to everybody.
Everybody.
And
peace.
Peace.
We out.